Okay, let me get my podcast hat on.
Is that a MAGA hat?
It's hype MAGA, baby.
Oh, I didn't see the Supreme until I looked at your. I had to go to your
Woo! Thing. I'm already a Californian. Hype me up, baby.
I was about to say you've already been
California, here I come.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been 7 weeks.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 7 months. Perfect.
Feels like it. And you know what? We are not keeping our promise in the last episode of a top 10 special. This is just our episode 10 anniversary. That means nothing because we should be at, if we stuck to our original schedule, we should be somewhere around 20 episodes or so by now.
But what's going on in our lives? What's going on with you, Robert?
Well, let's start it off with the homecoming of Braxton. Welcome back to Chicago.
Yeah, it's great to be back when everyone's fucking leaving. So
so sad.
And I have recently ventured into different waters of the occupational variation, and I'm going to San Diego in less than 2 weeks. So there's been a lot of movement there. Haven't been able to find proper time to record in the meantime. But yeah, we're never gonna be recording in person again.
No. Well, we're just gonna have to go back to San Diego.
Go back.
Oh.
You need to go first.
Just go there. Yeah. We'll be there. I don't think I've ever been to San Diego.
Oh my god, please visit.
I just want to go to that one burger place. I think it's called like 50/50 or something like that.
Why does it sound familiar?
Slater's 50/50.
Is that the place with like 100 beer taps and stuff like that? They have the best. They claim to have the best cheese curds out of Wisconsin.
Ooh. The only thing I know about this restaurant is that the burger is half bacon and half like meat.
Oh, yeah.
That's in San Diego.
They found, I think so. I feel like I've heard of that in other places, but maybe they just call it their 50/50 burger.
All right. Next podcast, we'll record it there at that restaurant.
Yeah, that'll take 5 months to plan.
Restaurant's name we don't know. Sponsor
Do we
us.
even still have any listeners? I don't know. Okay, besides from that, do you guys remember how to do this?
Words.
Very good.
First we plug our merch, which we don't have, and then we plug our we plug what we've got going on in our lives, which we did, and then we plug where the people can listen to us. That being said, considering we never record anything, I think all that is a moot point, and so we can just move on to the intros.
So welcome back to the Neat Boys podcast. Hey, it's us, Matt.
Yes.
Hilo. And Alan.
Yes.
Braxton. And me, Rob Avena.
What up, y'all?
Damn, you're doxing us like that? All right, whatever.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing. You could catch them at 542 Wacker Avenue and 6969 Wisconsin Avenue. I'll let you figure out their states and cities.
Wisconsin,
and zip codes.
Milwaukee.
And genders and blood types.
You'll never be able to guess those. It's 2018.
Stay tuned for the end of the podcast where I'll reveal their social security numbers as well. So let's take a deep dive into what's been going on in the relevant news world. My Hero Academia Season 4 has been announced. No set release date yet, but definitely coming in 2019.
I was going to say, now that that's over, Attack on Titan is over.
Attack on Titan Part 2 of Season 3
is April.
Releasing. It's in April 2019?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
it
basically
really is?
all anime died while we were gone, except for JoJo, and then we're basically waiting for it all to come back.
It'll be reborn even better. Betterer.
Besterer.
The betterest. But also with JoJo's coming back, Golden Kamuy Season 2 is also live now. The dub is not up yet, but the sub is on Crunchyroll. I haven't delved into that.
You know, Crunchyroll and Funimation split recently.
What do you mean?
I think, oh shoot, I forgot which one was which. Which one's owned by Sony?
I should probably know that, but I don't.
Yeah, so whichever one's owned it by Sony is now splitting their joint agreement that they had with each other. So I think Sony, the one that's owned by Sony, is trying to expand their platform on their own. And I think it's Crunchyroll. I think Crunchyroll's trying to expand its own platform on its own, and so it has some licensing agreements between the two of them. Some are going to continue,
Why?
But then others, I don't know.
So
I don't. Well, I think what used to happen was Funimation was always dubs and Crunchyroll was always subs, and they had some.
Funimation had
together.
both.
Okay, well,
and then Funimation also does simulcast, so they'll dub as the series is released. I don't know if that split means. Yeah, I don't know if that means that it's gonna take longer to get the dubbed episodes, but that sucks to hear. I didn't know that. Thanks for adding it to the docket. I wish I was more prepared.
Like I said, we've been gone for so long that things have just kind of popped up, and I'll remember them as I start talking. But
everything's dying. It's the fall season.
Yeah, I mean, there's no anime out that's worth watching right now besides
JoJo,
Golden Kamuy.
Besides,
Big Mouth.
Isn't that stupid cartoon show?
Yes, or some people call it Western anime. Well, that sucks to hear, but at least we know that some forms of anime presentation are thriving. Toonami is getting Mob Psycho's dub next weekend on the 27th of October.
Toonami's got all the good shows on it right now. I'm happy.
Yeah, Toonami's got Boruto on too, and I was kind of half debating watching it, but I know there's nothing exciting going on in Boruto until like the 50th episode. So it's like, do I even?
Does anything ever exciting happen in Boruto besides that lit fight?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that fight was insane.
I don't know. I don't think so. No one's told me otherwise, so I don't think so.
Rest in peace, Boruto.
I think there was like
another good fight.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I saw a meme where it was like Naruto episode 20, and it was like when Lee was unleashing like the 8 inner gates for the first time, and it was like Boruto episode 20, and it was a bunch of like ninja in like cat suits like doing a Genin like mission or something stupid like that. It was like, wow, how different, how much peacetime in the ninja village has ruined a good series.
Yes, war is the only answer to proper entertainment and economic prosperity.
MAGA.
Jesus
Christ. Anything else going on IRL that you guys want to bring up?
No, not really. I have not done anything, or at least watched anything that is kind of worthwhile from an anime perspective, other than the usual. I mean, literally, all the anime I used to watch is now done. So, like, I'm just scrambling to find other shit to watch.
If you guys finished Psyche originally, they released the second part of the
even
season.
Psyche's done. But they released the manga, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least the teaser for it.
Did you guys watch the other 12 episodes they added? Like in September?
On the season 2 episodes on Netflix?
Yeah.
No, I haven't finished it up. It sucks because like I started watching that dubbed, and I think the jokes hit a little bit better when you don't. All comedy on Netflix is better when you don't read the joke before the punchline.
I know.
I hate people that put subtitles on stand-up routines. Like, what are you doing? You're just ruining it for yourself.
Yeah, you're essentially just reading, and like that's why the first time I watched the dubbed, it was like a completely different show. The jokes definitely hit better. But I still like the subbed. I still like how the subbed is.
Yeah, the sub still works for me. Luckily, those jokes are like kind of... I mean, they originally stemmed from a manga, so reading them out is kind of still as effective.
The only issue I have with Psyche K, and it's not Psyche K's fault, it's Netflix's fault, is the way they dub it sometimes. Like, they won't dub the titles of each episode.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know what I'm watching. So if I see like a specific skit that they do, I can't follow it back because I can't read it. And two, I don't know if
Fun
it was
fact,
just for Psyche K.
That's actually ripped from Funimation. Funimation dubs all of it, and I know sometimes there's some. They take some creative. What do you call that? Royalties?
Licenses.
They take the creative license to renaming the episodes because a trend with a lot of the older Dragon Ball Z episodes would just basically reveal what would happen in the episode and completely ruin the cliffhanger from the original. Like in the Namekian arc, let's just say one of the episodes is called like, "Oh my God, it's not Frieza's third form is not his final form," and then after that, just be like, "Krillin killed, Goku wins," just revealing the whole plot. So they started changing that up and kind of doing their own thing with it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of dumb because from that perspective, they don't even dub it. So it's like I'm just looking at a bunch of Japanese characters and I don't know what's going on. But then also, I don't know, maybe it was Funimation's fault too, but sometimes the dub was delayed. So like they have like a whole conversation go on and it's like, I don't know what they're saying until the words start popping up like 3 seconds later, and it's like, God, they're already switching through scenes, and when it's like a comedic part where everyone's talking really fast or stuff's going on, like it was just hard to follow sometimes. So it's just kind of a pain in the ass. And then when I would try and catch up on the show on like a quote unquote less than legal way, then all those issues were fixed. And so I didn't have to worry about it. So
why are you censoring yourself now when you've been repping Anime Freak TV so hard since episode 1?
Oh no, I that's my go-to site. I don't care if people know or not. It's just everyone's like, oh, it's not good for the industry. Wah. But I mean, if Anime Freak TV can do it better than the top 2 goddamn companies that are putting the crap out there, then there's a problem.
Crunchyroll, terrible. Like, it needs to... Crunchyroll and Funimation both have user interface issues. I hate trying to navigate through, like, episode... Crunchyroll does it better episodically, like, in a uniform fashion, but Funimation is just so, like, everywhere. And don't get me started on just, like, the controls for when you use it on a different service, like smart TVs for Crunchyroll and Funimation, both terrible. I have to log out of Crunchyroll every time I want to access my queue. And sometimes logging out doesn't work. It just gives me an error message saying that I can't log out. So that I just have a blank queue. So the only option then is to uninstall and reinstall and then put all my information back in.
Wow, that's annoying.
It's so annoying, man. It's like putting your pants on backwards and then realizing, wait, this isn't right, and then putting them retaking them off, or I guess taking them off, and then redressing yourself. It's so bad. And then all the stuff, even like online, Funimation has a lot of server issues. I've been on that site while it's been down multiple times. Doesn't make sense why. They just have a lot of IT issues. Netflix so far seems to be the best way, but then their anime selection is just garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as bad as their Marvel television series.
Oh my gosh. What is the Marvel television series?
So, well, I mean, what's it called? The Iron Fist is canceled, right?
Luke Cage also canceled.
Wait, I thought that was a good one, though. Wasn't that one of the better ones?
It was.
The first season was good. I heard a lot of second season was kind of
they canceled
just out
season.
there.
They canceled season 3 for Luke Cage. That's crazy.
Meanwhile, you have boring ass Daredevil.
Daredevil is dope.
Daredevil is so boring. And you know how I used to be like, so way back in the day when Daredevil first came out, I was like talking to Matt about, I finished the first season, I was like, man, Daredevil's so dope. And then I get to the second season and I'm texting Matt like, yo, they got Elektra in this episode. Mm-hmm. And the series is crazy, like Punisher's here. And then Matt texts me back, he's like, what are you talking about? I don't watch Daredevil. It's like, we used to have conversations about this. What are you? It was just a mess, and now Matt's all caught up on Daredevil, and I'm just here like, what the hell is Froggy? Why does that relationship with Matt Murdock matter? And Matt Murdock is he's just such a boring character to me.
Yeah. I just like the fight scenes.
Oh, the fight scenes are awesome. I liked in the first season where they had that hallway fight scene. It was like really reminiscent of that Old Boy fight scene, the one take. Oh my
gosh. I know what you're talking. I remember the Old Boy fight scene way better.
Yeah.
Because
it was like the first of its kind. And Old Boy was from what, like 2001 or 2003?
I know. One of the craziest. What would you consider that? A thriller? A drama? A thriller drama?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Like maybe
a thriller drama incest?
Yeah, a thriller. Definitely a thriller, but it's just like so out there. I never finished it. Like I knew what happened, but I never finished it. So I watched it with Tin a couple months ago. I'm like, this is a really good movie. We should watch this. By the end of it, she was just like, why did you make me watch that? That was one of the most disgusting, most graphic things I've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, wasn't it great?
Oh my gosh. Like, everything that happened in that, oh my god. Really bad.
Oh, so bad.
But so good. Such beautiful writing.
I've been trying to watch, or like, chase that dragon of just fight scenes like that. I watched all the fight scenes from Ip Man 1. Like, I just skipped through all the storyline. I was
about to say, if you're just going to watch the fight scenes, you might as well just watch the whole movie.
I just watched that one.
But,
the one fight scene with all the Japanese guys. He's like, I want 12 of them.
Oh, that one scene.
He's like, I want 12 of them.
Wait, what? From what? Ip Man?
Ip Man, yeah. Ip Man.
Okay, so on that list of movies I need to watch for the fight scenes, I want to watch the Raid series again. It's been so long.
Those fight
scenes. I just saw a clip of the hallway fight with a hammer. Oh, and I was like, yeah, I need to rewatch these movies.
The guy with the long hair, I don't know his name. He was on the other side, the bad guy side. He was a beast. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
No, it's been a while since I've seen The Raid.
Great movie. I always thought they were they look so Filipino. I guess like Southeast Asians all look alike, huh?
Wow, that's racist. I can't believe you said that. Unbelievable.
Thank you for representing the culture, Braxton. I really appreciate it. In this racial draft, we would like to waive Matt and pick up Alan Braxton.
No! I want to stay. Don't make me leave. Speaking of like weird comments, one of the tables I was waiting on, she's like, "You're Filipino, right?" And
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, yeah. She's
Oh,
like,
wait, before you go on, can we get a little context into your life update?
my life update? What is
Yeah,
it?
what's been going on?
Yeah, we
You,
moved. What are you doing?
He's moved to different employment ventures.
Oh yeah, so I am a server now. I serve people, like in that movie You Got Served.
Or waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, and more like waiting. But yeah, it's been interesting. I was really, really bad at it when I started. Did we not talk about this last time I was?
We didn't talk about how bad you were, but
Oh my god, like I was so bad. Like it was terrible. Like I had all these tables and like I couldn't keep up because we don't have bus boys to bus our tables. So like
So you were serving and bussing at the same time?
I was not bussing because I couldn't keep up. Like the other servers or I don't know who else was like helping me bus because I couldn't keep up. I just remember being in a blur. I'm just like I just gotta make it. I just gotta go through it. I'm definitely a lot better now. Now that I kind of
It's
have
like-
my groove, but like I was a deer in headlights. I was just like stuck. I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? all I was telling myself in my head, I'm just like, just keep moving.
This sounds like a plot to some shonen anime about waiters.
There
And in
could
that
be.
moment, Matt blacked out and woke up, and the entire restaurant was satisfied. All the tables were bussed.
you might want to rephrase that one.
Nope, it's anime. It's supposed to be provocative.
Gross.
Oh no. What did I do in this anime? Nah, we'll stop talking about it. But yeah, I'm a waiter now. But going
Wait,
back
so about that girl
going
who
back
asked
to
you
that story.
your race.
So I give them their bill and then I'm like, "Thank you, have a good day." She's like, "1 second. You're Filipino, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I'm surprised that you could catch that. Most people say I'm like Hawaiian or something like that. Blah blah blah. Something I've said like a million times before because like so many people ask me what I am. And then she's just like, "Yeah, it's the nose." And I'm just like, "What?"
Nose.
Is that a thing for us? Our nose?
Yeah, obviously.
Our flat nose?
Come on, Rex said it best. You have to exercise the nose.
Yeah, so like I was like, dang, she knows more about Asians than I do.
What is the demographic of this lady?
I don't even know. She was
Hipster?
no, she
paying
was
customer was the demographic.
She was like middle-aged white woman, and she just like knew so much about Southeast Asian culture. in
Oh, a
general.
real weeb, huh? Did you drop the podcast?
No, I did not. But she didn't do anything after that. I don't know. I was gonna go.
Were you just taken back? What was your response?
I just didn't know how to respond. I'm like,
You should have just you said thank you for not sexually harassing me or assaulting me.
Jesus.
it's the number one goal.
You've given job security a whole new definition for me.
Oh my gosh. I was so just nervous on those first times. I was like, I'm gonna get fired. Today's the day to get fired. And it was like my
Come
first.
on, have faith in yourself.
It was like my first day. It was like,
Matt, you're so charming. There's no way they could do that. It's like
oh
one
my
of the.
gosh.
It's like one of the most important things in the service industry. Just having like a charming, charismatic personality.
I know.
Well, that is why I can't do it.
That's when you like settle into it and just like know how to do it because time management is like super super important. And I was just like, everything was just moving so fast. So now everything's slowed down, and I can finally just like be more myself. I remember like I was telling a special one time, and I just said it so fast. I was talking like Twista, like I was Twista. I was explaining the fish fry.
Can you freestyle us a special right now?
No, I can't. Not right now. But
all right, I'll look forward to the
felt
next
like-
collab with you and Braxton. It'll be called Fish Fry.
Fish fry. I don't think I'll ever be able to talk that fast again. And like in the back of my head, I'm just like, slow down, and like instead I went faster. Like they're just like, wait. Can you say that again? I was
Matt
like,
just screaming out from the sunken place.
just like, we have 2 dogs to got a bird. And I was like saying it so fast and just like not in my normal voice. I'm just like, come on, why can't you just be yourself?
So that's what we've been up to, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Rob have been moving, and Matt just has a motor mouth, and it's affected his job.
No.
I'm still in the process, man. It's hectic. But it sounds like everything's been hectic. How's River North life? Are you like getting turned with all the affluent yuppies?
I mean, not really. I had a couple surprise birthday parties in Texas. So, besides applying for jobs and networking with people, I've been just traveling and partying. So, that's really been it.
Are you supposed to be making us feel sad for you? Because this is doing the complete opposite for me.
I didn't say anyone had to feel sad for me. I'm not particularly sad. I feel pretty all right, honestly.
Fair.
But
I was in a meeting where my manager announced, like, we have a monthly team meeting for my work, and my manager before the meeting was like, "Oh, I have a quick announcement before we start anything," and she goes and she says, Robert will be leaving us, and we're saddened to hear that, but he is moving to sunny California. And all the team just like avert their eyes to me, and I just see a room of people just confused about how they should feel. Because it's like, should we feel bad for this guy that he's leaving the Midwest and like the company and stuff like that? And I just like sat there awkwardly looking at everyone, with that like that passerby smile, just lips pursed, and just like, yep, that's me. I'm leaving.
It's me, Sunny D.
Well, like,
sucks to suck, everyone.
What's your relationship with your coworkers like?
Very formal.
Very formal.
Most of them, yeah.
Well, yeah, really. Speaking of video games, how many of them fucking dropped since we've been gone?
Let's find out in patch notes. Matt, what have you been playing?
The most recent game I played was the new Mario Party. Has anyone played that yet?
Oh, no shit.
Oh,
I thought you were going
whoa.
to say the fantasy basketball draft, but I
That was a
am much
fun
more
game.
interested in Mario Party.
Well, Matt, I was gonna shit all over you, but since you're the only one who's probably actually played it between the three of us, tell us what you think.
Very reminiscent of the last one. I mean, it still has that nice like feel. I only played against one other person, and we were playing 2 other computers. And damn, those computers are really good at those mini games.
Did you put it on expert mode or?
We put it on. I think, what were the modes again? It was like hard, harder, hardest. No, I don't think that's
Hard, harder, fully erect.
Some of the name of the course we were running was very weird. What was it? It was like Tantalizing Forest or something like that. But I mean, it's very like, it reminds me of the last game. on N64.
What was the last game you played?
Oh, the last Mario Party on N64.
Oh,
Jesus
Lord.
Christ, there's been like... I feel like there's been like 10 titles in between that.
There have.
There have been?
Actually, there have, yeah. It's
GameCube,
been
Wii.
It's like, yeah, the ones on
Wii
the
U.
GameCube, the
They
Wii,
had
the
them
Game
on
Boy
Wii?
Advance. Yeah. Mario Party 8 started on the Wii. I have Mario Party 8. It's actually pretty good. One of the maps on Mario Party 8 is basically a Monopoly. Like it's basically all the stars are located on property, and you can basically donate coins into the property, and whoever owns the most coins in that property gets the star. But then the more money you put in, the more stars you can get out of it. So people are just kind of fighting over property to get the most stars out of the properties.
Oh.
That's my favorite level, at least. But
It's ironic because if you do anything similar to what Nintendo does, they'll sue your pants off.
But Matt, the reason I was going to make fun of you was because I heard a lot of complaints around, let's just call it the lack of features in the new Mario. So I kind of interested in your firsthand experience on, how you felt about it. The maps, characters, the games, yada yada.
Minimal. It was very minimal. I played one game, and then my friend's DS died. But
Wait, what?
not DS, the
Switch.
the Switch.
Oh,
The
okay.
Switch.
I thought there was like some crazy features where you could use a DS controller now.
No.
Are you talking about Bob, by the way?
No, my friend Kev.
You have other friends now?
You have to sanction all your friends through the podcast before you can play with them. All
I'm
right.
sorry. I won't hang out with him again.
That's what
That's
I like
right.
to hear. Know the pecking order.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, the star feature at that particular map was there was like a lottery every single time someone got a star or got an opportunity to buy a star. And then, like, depending on what the lottery would end up on, that's how much the star would cost to buy. So it could be 5, or it could be, like, 5 coins, or it could be 20 coins was the most I saw.
That was one of the features in Mario Party 5, I think.
Yeah, the
Because
whole like
there was
coin
a
star
map.
lottery.
Yeah, because there was a map that was daytime, nighttime, and in the daytime the star cost 20 coins, but in the nighttime the star would cost either 5, 10, 20, or 30 coins. So like people would try to predict what the star would cost and see if they would save their money for daytime or save their money for nighttime. So
Would it change to nighttime every time someone passed that particular?
no, it was so
Just like on
in
a
that
timing
game
thing?
it was a three turn cycle. So every 3 turns it would be daytime, and then once it's daytime, every 3 turns would be nighttime. So, but the only because it's good you had a good time with it, because the only complaints I heard and the reason I didn't buy it is you can't fucking play the game online. And what the hell is the point?
What?
I don't have friends. You can't play. Let me rephrase that. You can't play the game online. You can play a small selection of the mini games online.
I can't think of like a game more suited to be playing online than a Mario
Exactly.
Party.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that is the reason I did not buy Mario Party, because I don't have friends that I can just physically link up with. And the other thing is you have to it uses the motion controls. You can't use a controller, so everyone has to have either Joy-Cons or a Switch.
You can't use it one Joy-Con mode?
You
Well,
can,
'cause
so
the-
if you have
the
2
mini
people,
games,
yeah.
though.
The mini games you need a Joy-Con to use. But some of the other mini games, you can put your switches together and it makes a map and all that fun stuff. But you can't do it online because there is no online capability. So they only let you choose like 10. I think the number is 10. You can correct
That's
me if
some
I'm wrong.
lame, dude.
Yeah, but 10 mini games you can play online, and just the mini games, not the board game, just the mini games. And I think there's like 4 boards, which is whatever. I don't care about that, honestly. If the boards are fun, the boards are fun. What I don't get is why is everything so cheap? Like well, not only why is everything so cheap, but even losers get coins.
Yep.
Which is lame.
I think the winner gets like 12 coin in that particular one. The loser gets like 2 or 4 coins. Depending.
We live in a generation.
It's socialism for my Mario Party.
We live in a generation where everyone needs to get pampered.
We live in a society.
Sure.
But I will admit, what's cute is like if people are playing a team game and the team wins, like they get 8 coins, and then if everyone like moves their Joy-Con together, all the characters do a high five and they get the extra 2 coins. I think that's kind of cute.
Oh, damn! Let's do that next time we play Mario Party.
Yeah, let's digitally high five each other.
Yeah, I think that part is kind of cute, but and they have Goomba in there. He doesn't have any arms, so I think he just headbutts everybody.
Yeah, that was who I picked. I picked Goomba.
It's like a glass half full situation, right? He's headbutting someone or he's getting slapped in the face.
Mario just jumps on him. It's like, oh, sorry, habit.
But I'm glad it's a fun game. But I mean, what the hell am I paying $20 a month for if not for playing fucking Mario Party online?
Exactly.
That could have been the best time for them to showcase their capabilities, and they blew it.
Did they blow it, or was this an intentional punishment for the sins of all the Bowsette creations?
What?
Bowsette, you haven't been keeping up on the internet?
Bowser's like female.
Yeah.
Version?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't.
I'll let you dig into that rabbit hole.
God, you dig into that. We'll never see you again.
I'm gonna avoid it. I don't want to be in a rabbit hole no more.
No, it's not worth it. It's dumb.
Take the blue pill.
Stay woke.
All right, tell me about Gwent, Braxton.
Ooh, that's is today the 20th? I think it's 2 days. Is when the new update happens. Basically, Gwent's been in beta for like a goddamn year or something like that. But during the beta, they kept changing everything about. Okay, well, let me break it down first for people who don't know what Gwent is. The Witcher 3. Well, really, it was The Witcher. Oh, was it The Witcher 2? No, it was because they had the dice game in The Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. So Witcher 3 had a card game that you could play for money, and it was pretty fun. It was so fun that the guys who created it were like, all right, let's just do a full-scale game that's just the card game and make it more in-depth. And it's really fun. I very much enjoy it. So they did the beta. Basically, they had the game set up a specific way. Throughout that entire beta, they kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. So no way you were playing the game was the same. And now they're coming out with the full-scale game on the 23rd, which is going to revamp basically everything. And it's going to be a completely new game, more or less.
Good. And I would like to try that, because when I played the beta, I was just kind of... It felt just like you were building your numbers up. There wasn't really any mechanics outside of just trying to increase your army power or whatever. You know how like in Yu-Gi-Oh there's like turns, and then you try to diminish the other opponent through like an attack and the attack phase. In this one, it just felt like it was resource building.
Well, it depends. What class were you playing as mostly, though?
I can't remember. This was months ago.
Because my favorite class, and the class I had the most cards for anyway, was the Wild Hunt. So a lot of my cards had freezing ability, so I could just lay freezing on
a cold boy.
Yeah, so I could lay freezing on specific rows, or I could get minions to push people into my frozen rows if they tried to avoid them.
Oh, they got Despicable Me in there too?
So, yeah, I guess it really depended. So and it's funny how quickly the game changed. Like when I first started, golden units were basically invincible. And so, if someone put down a golden unit and it was really good, you couldn't stop it, basically, unless you, like, silenced it or something like that.
Which I assume is, like, the rare... They're, like, the rare cards.
Like, it's like the Geralts of the world. It's like the player cards of the world. They were usually the invincible cards. So that was kind of bad because it was like, oh, well, if you buy this card, you automatically win, more or less. But then it changed that golden cards weren't invincible anymore. So that kind of changed a lot of the strategies up for people. It didn't really affect me because I didn't have that many great cards anyway. And then I think I stopped playing around when there was a certain build that would always win. And it was like the Roman or God, I'd have to look at that card. But basically, you would play the card, then you would play the same card. And the card's power was that it would power up every card you put down afterwards. And so every time someone, if they went
Which
first,
would essentially build your numbers up higher the more units you had on the board.
So and I know what because there's a specific hero that lets you put down multiple of the same card.
All Might?
No, shut up. So I would know anytime I went up to face somebody who had that hero, I automatically knew what he was doing every time. And at that point, the game kind of got boring because it was like, all right, I know how to counter this, but I don't have the cards to counter it. So I have to earn more. I have to earn more gold to be able to do that. And it was like, I don't feel like doing it anymore.
That was my problem with it. It just felt like a little bit too basic. With card games like that, you want there to be more branching strategies to have more complex ways of getting the W. And with that, for me, I forgot. I mean, like, I don't know the technical stuff with that. I probably only played like 5 matches past the tutorial ones, but it just felt like it was very option A or option B kind of thing. So I'm hoping with the official release of it, things will change and there'll be more variation in strategies and whatnot. Do you know what platforms this is coming out on?
It's on so basically the guys behind The Witcher, or I guess CG Project Red has it's GOG is the name of the platform. So it's like Uplay or
Greg or Gary.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Greg or Gary. That's GOG. Actually, I could pull it up right now because I don't actually know what it stands for. I just know it's like EA Origin, or it's like
Gay Original Gangster.
No, I don't know. No. But
Gargoyles over Gundam? I don't know what I said.
That sounds like a dope card game. Like Disney's original Gargoyle series versus the entire series of Gundams. Yes.
Well, what I will give Gwent credit for, which I like way more than like a Hearthstone or anything like that, is you get a card pack after you basically win like 2 games or 3 games, something like that.
Is that rounds. In certain modes? Like, can you play against the computer and get that card pack?
No, I think I don't know, because when I played the beta, it was either you played online or they had like special missions that you could play, and those were fun sometimes. You would win, you'd win gold for that. But every card pack is 100 gold, and you have a tiered reward system each day, and the first tier is always 100 gold. So if you win like 3 or 4 rounds every day, you just get a new card pack, and I think that's really nice, as opposed to like Hearthstone, where it's like you win you do the missions for the day, you get like 30 gold a mission, unless it's like a special one, and a card pack's like fucking 100, and you still can't afford it. So it's
pay to win, baby. Yeah. I probably put $40 in that game, and
that was a mistake.
Yeah, I have not touched that for almost 3 years. It's a free game, as I say in air quotes. So, I put the time into it.
Hearthstone almost got me. Like there were definitely times when I was playing Hearthstone, I was like, God, I really just want to put some money down for some packs.
It just
And I just held
escalated too
off.
quickly, man. And like not only that, but you have to pay for the DLCs in Hearthstone too. So if you want to play certain campaigns, you need to
Yeah, so
put down that money.
that's basically what I did. Every time a new mission came out, I stopped buying card packs for a little bit because I was like, well, fuck, I'm playing chapter 1 of this 5-chapter story, and it's like 150 gold for each chapter. How am I going to pay for all this? I just have to keep grinding gold out to get these goddamn chapters. It's like, fuck me.
What is this game on?
Hearthstone is on it's on the Blizzard client.
But you can also play it mobily too.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's on mobile and it's on the Blizzard client, so you can. It's like the same place you'd find like Overwatch and StarCraft and all
okay,
that other
okay,
stuff.
okay.
You never answered my question about what platforms Gwent's going to be on, and there's only one answer I want to hear.
Gwent's on Steam. Well, no, it's not on Steam. It's PC. But
That's
they
it?
also have like a new Gwent type game.
They had the beta out on PS4 though. Remember we were trying to get on that together?
Oh, is it? Well, I honestly don't know. But it's not just Gwent either, because on the 23rd, I think they're releasing their, I don't know what the name of it. It's like the Kingslayer or the Kingbringer, and it's like a story within the Witcher series, but it's all told through you playing Gwent. So that's like going to be like $25 or something like that. It's like a short little deal that they have, but I was interested in it because I just like playing.
This isn't coming out on Switch whatsoever.
Oh, Gwent? I have not seen anything that has indicated it's going on Switch yet.
That's a terrible disappointment. I feel like that would be the optimal platform to play that on.
I could look it up and see if it's because I mean that'd be interesting. But
I think it would be the most
on Switch?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like, Blizzard's too busy working on trying to resurrect 8-year-old games in the Switch, like Diablo 3.
Well, to be fair, Gwent isn't in the full release yet, if we want to get technical. So I guess we'll have to see how it goes first before we port it to other consoles.
I just feel like a lot of companies are making that move to get all their stuff out on Switch port, so, you know, the market can kind of bring them back financially on that. I mean, everything is being ported to Switch nowadays.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're coming out with that Switch 2.0 in 2019, I think.
Yeah, I heard about that, unfortunately, because it's like, well, actually, I don't feel that unfortunate, because A, I got to buy the Switch during a time when the online was free, and B, Smash Bros. Is coming out. I just want to get it eventually, so...
Yeah. Cool with that.
So I don't feel that bad about buying ahead of the curve.
I can't wait for that.
Hopefully
good online support.
What's so special about the Switch 2.0? Have they?
I think they said the screen was going to be a little bigger.
Yeah, it's just big screen improvements.
And charge maybe
right
charge
now,
improvements.
What was that? Charging improvements?
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
I just know everything's gonna look a little bit better, but like. That's why I'm passing up on it. Everything that I play right now is fine. And, you know, I'm playing like Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade on it. And everything still looks... It's satisfactory for my needs. I'm not expecting like 4K capabilities or anything. Do you really want to play Mario Tennis or Mario Party in 4K and see all the flaws and the pores in Mario's face or something?
I feel like that adds to the game. Kind of just like that... cartoony, you know, like it's not like, you know, high definition.
Yeah, highly stylized. I'm totally cool with that because right now all the games that are like hyper realistic are very hit or miss. I think the only game out right now that's very high detail that is fun to play is Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh,
Dragon Ball Z is very fun to play, very realistic. You are correct.
Thank you.
And then you got games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey that are just flaming piles of rolling dung.
I've heard a lot of good things about Assassin's Creed. Now, I would never play it.
Yeah, Origins. I've heard good things about Origins. Odyssey. everything I've seen from that has just been glitches on glitches.
Yeah,
Bugs on bugs. It's a
that's
bug's
an overall-
life. Assassin's Creed, a bug's life.
Well, Braxton, what are some of the good things you heard? Because Assassin's Creed was like actually one of the games I played.
Well, I heard that because of how big the open world was, and because of the shift, they did it for the last one as well. But because of the shift between just a story based stealth game to a more adventure RPG, with stealth elements instead. Also, the fact that you're never really outside of the Animus either. And there's just a lot of shit to do. Like,
Is
not just
Desmond
fighting.
still in the story?
No, I think Desmond died.
Yeah.
Desmond died in like 3.
Yeah.
And then they've just been
What? He didn't. What?
I'm pretty sure he died in 3, didn't he?
Bad.
Matt, you helped me beat 3.
I know, I beat it. We beat
God,
it.
I hated 3. 3 fucking pissed me off. Well, the story anyway. 3 has the best multiplayer.
3 was the last one I ever played.
Yeah, 3
Spoiler
has the
alert,
best multiplayer, but the worst fucking single
I
player.
think Desmond died in that one.
I'm pretty sure he died in 3.
He got stabbed by that,
This was spoiled like 2 minutes ago when Braxton said Desmond died.
Yeah, he fucking died.
Well, I mean, that's like
a long time ago.
5 games ago.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, exactly. That's how little people
Because
cared about
all you
Desmond.
cared about was just trying to get past that. It was a chase scene, right? It was one of those
Yes!
stupid
Oh my
chase
God!
scenes.
Let me correct you in saying I didn't care about anything in that game besides beating that stupid chasing mission. Running
was
through
that
flaming buildings and stuff, like flaming scaffolding.
There was-
I don't know how many times I died because like where you were supposed to go was not apparent. And then you came over and then you did it like 3 to 4 times and you're like, what are we supposed to do here? And I was like, that's why I called you over. I don't know. I just want to find out what happens in the story. I can't beat this stupid chase mission.
And the funny thing is, like, I had beat that game already before, because it was one of the older Assassin's Creed. You weren't playing the most recent Assassin's Creed at that time, right?
No.
You were
It
playing
was
an
like,
older one. It was like 2.
Yeah.
What? Was it Assassin's Creed 2? Nico Bellic?
No, 2 was good. Nico Bellic, amazing in Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh my god!
My
oh
favorite
my god.
assassin.
Oh my god!
But
A little back.
it was Assassin's Creed 3 because I just
What?
remembered the stuff with like it was the stuff with like Connor and all that. I think it was relevant at that time.
Okay.
Red on
No, I take that
Huggy
back. It wasn't because Black Flag was out already. But
Right
I
on,
was
Huggy
just gonna end it at 3.
Does Braxton know about the Nico Bellic story?
No, why don't
No,
why
I
don't you
don't.
give us a little refresher on that?
Braxton, we were moving out of one of our places. This is when like Rob was still at Marquette. I think me and Luke had just graduated, and we just got like completely obliterated the night before, like so bad. I think I
You know what you should do before a move out day? Just
Yep,
be
yep,
hung
yep.
over.
Oh
F.
my god! Like I think I brought a bottle of Tullamore Dew. I wish it was.
We were out till 2, and then we stayed up till 4 the night before.
Because we were probably playing like Mario Party or something like that.
Mario Golf.
Mario
mind you.
Golf. Oh.
Shout out Kyle Brady.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
doxing episode.
But like, so yeah, we had to move out the next day, and I was just like hungover, like super hungover, which apparently you don't get. And for some reason, we were talking about Assassin's Creed, and I'm just like, oh yeah, what was his name again? Nico Bellic. And then Rob's like, no, it's not Nico Bellic.
No, that's not it.
It's like Rob's like, no, that's Grand Theft Auto 4, and then literally like
30 seconds later.
no, not even 30 seconds later, Rob. It was like 5
I'm trying
seconds.
to give you the benefit of the
It was
doubt.
like 5 seconds later. I just turned to Rob all excited. I'm just like, Nico Bellic. It was Ezio Auditore, not Nico Bellic. I don't know why I kept saying
But
Nico
we didn't
Bellic.
know that for the rest of the day and had that stupid brain itch going.
But I just kept saying Nico Bellic. It was terrible. I don't even know. I don't like. It was a time.
God, I wasn't expecting you guys to bring up fucking Assassin's Creed 3. That game pissed me the fuck off. Fuck that game. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Here's a fun fact. Did you know you're not supposed to only play the story missions because that's their first venture into again in air quotes, open world?
I literally
yeah,
played...
so when you get to a certain spot, you have to like do some side stuff, right?
Yeah,
you don't have to,
for the
but
home
it benefits
front
you.
And for your other assassins. And I did all that shit.
I didn't. I just played the story mode, and I was like, "This game is bare bones, and it makes me sad inside."
That was their first attempt to be like, "We're not just bare
Fuck
bones.
it. Okay,
You have to kill
rant.
some bears."
I'm ranting. I'm ready to rant. I'm drinking. I don't care.
It inspired. It inspired the way. It inspired the way for Black Flag, because that's when you were able to do the pirate stuff. Ship battles.
The only cool part about Assassin's Creed 3, besides Radon Hagedon, which is his Native American name, was the fact that at the beginning of the game...
Do you mean Indian?
Yeah. At the beginning of the game, you play as his dad, who's a fucking Templar, and it's the biggest twist ever, and that shit's awesome. You're like, oh my god. Oh,
it was.
And then after that, you don't give a shit about anything. There's glitches.
Because you kill him, like, in the middle of the game.
Yeah, there's glitches.
It happens earlier than that. Yes. Oh my god.
There's so many glitches. The fucking home front missions don't mean shit. I did them all. You don't get shit for them. It's stupid. At the end of the game,
you just build a bigger home front. That's it. Oh right?
You hunt the animals. You hunt the innocent animals.
And then at the end of the game, all right, you kill your dad. You kill your tribe because you're a fucking traitor. You kill everybody. And at the end of the game, you know, obviously, you're playing Assassin's Creed. You want to wear the hood. You want to be a cool dude in the hood. But no. Radon Hagedon is fucking so angry. He kills his dad. He takes off his hood, and then you can never put the hood back on ever in the rest of the game after you beat the game. It's so fucking stupid. I hate it.
After you beat it, yeah, you're just hoodless.
Yeah, you're fucking hoodless. So you're not even an assassin anymore. You're just a vigilante. You killed everybody.
You're just an angry Native American man trying to get
you're an angry Native American with blades. That's all you are at that point. That's stupid. I hate that game. Well, single player. Now, I will say, the multiplayer is the best multiplayer they've had. It's better than Black Flags, and you can play as Pocahontas, and that's my favorite character. It's awesome. I love the multiplayer.
Well, looks like I missed a lot, because I never played the multiplayer for Assassin's Creed 3.
I as soon as they said that they were going to get rid of the multiplayer in Assassin's Creed, I vowed never to play another Assassin's Creed again until they put it back in. And I've stuck to that vow.
Dang, so how was the multiplayer? I actually never played it.
Oh, God, it was awesome. So basically...
don't you hunt? If I recall correctly, you are paired up with, like, 8 other people in, like, whatever, the high-populated area maps of that game. Yep. And then you go and you try to hunt down the other... It's like a death match. It's like... Yeah. For lack of a better term... It's a small-scale battle royale. So basically, let's for your imagination, Matt. Imagine it's me, you, and Rob, and we all look like each other, and then we get placed into a small courtyard, and everybody in that courtyard either looks like you, me, or Rob, and you have to find which one is us. And you have animus powers, so you have smoke bombs, you can turn a crowd into you, like you can morph them, like you can disguise yourself, so you instead of me looking like me, I look like Rob for a little bit. Ooh. Like there's a bunch of powers, and all you get as a hunter, you basically get
eagle vision.
You get a little radar, and the radar basically points to the general direction of where your target is, but it doesn't tell you where your target is. And at the same time, if you have people who are hunting you, you just have little icons on the top to tell you if one person's hunting you, if 2 people are hunting you, because the better you do, the more people are trying to hunt you. And so you get points for evading those guys, but you also get points for killing those guys. And the multiplayer is awesome. I love Assassin's Creed multiplayer. If you take the time out to look at videos or anything of it, just to see, because I loved Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
Dude, I would have played the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. If you can find a copy of Black Flag or a copy of 3, see if you can get into a multiplayer game, because that shit is still awesome. I love Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
Yeah, before my PS3 died, the game that's stuck in there is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And
Yeah, that had multiplayer. I didn't think it was as good
it's
as
stuck
3,
in
but
the PS3.
it's still good.
It doesn't turn on. Every time I try to turn it on, it goes doot, doot, and it just turns back off. It was so sad. I used to play that game so much. I think I invested like, I don't even know how many hours. I don't want to say it actually. A couple.
Nope.
Yeah.
Reveal your shame. Give us an estimate.
It's a couple days. It wasn't.
A couple days is only 48 hours. I revealed that my Binding of Isaac time was like 112.
It was around like 70 hours. But that was because I just wanted to like find everything. But I still didn't even get all the treasures. Did you guys get all the treasures?
No, I didn't give a shit about that.
No, I didn't even play the side missions. Remember?
You didn't. I mean, like that was.
You came over. You're like, wow, you didn't do any side missions.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what?
Well, because
There's
like
side missions.
The side missions. The only reason. Well, not in Black Flag. Like the actual treasures were like puzzles that you had to like climb through and figure out how to get to the different things and then find the treasure. I think
AKA run up to a wall, hold down A, press up.
But it was on an
boom.
island. It was you had to climb trees and
climb the trees, hold down A, press up, boom.
It was a hard puzzle.
Do a little birdie sound effect, boom.
It was hard. It was fun.
Oh, the other thing I heard about the new Assassin's Creed is like it went more fantasy into it. So like you get like literal powers from Greek gods.
Oh yeah, and then
like,
you can fight like the Cyclops and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
so they made it a little bit more fanciful.
You get to fight Cyclops? Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
This is just a slow burn into what Saints Row became. Saints Row used to be about OG
joke.
gangster fights. Suddenly you got zombies. And they made an expansion that was all superpowers, and I'm not bad mouthing it or anything. Like it was amazing. Saints Row, awesome. If they ever come out with another one, great. But Assassin's Creed did the opposite of that. Like, I don't know. It's just too far gone. Odyssey is it's just another cookie cutter franchise game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they follow their template, they make their money, on to the next one. Let's not even test play it, let's just get it out there. Make our money.
It's the iPhone of games
in one way or another. Are you announcing your departure from the Apple series then, Matt?
Apple really made me upset last week.
Nice.
I was a little drunk. Okay, I wasn't drunk, I was drunk. And I had an Apple appointment. I wasn't okay. That was a bad way to start because it inclines I was gonna do something bad. I didn't do anything bad, but I just went to the Apple store. Oh shit, my computer's about to die. Let me finish the story before I plug it in, or should I plug it in?
No, plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in.
Oh god. But my iPhone problem was with the battery because, like, the peak performance of my iPhone battery is at 52%.
Fully charged.
Fully charged.
Yeah, guess what? That's like a software update. Isn't that what Apple
exactly
was revealed to do back then?
I don't know if it's just back then. It's still doing it.
This is why I have completely shut myself off from Apple products, and I only go after phones where you're able to dismount the battery from the back.
Yeah, because like
that's what she said.
It's super difficult to change the battery for the iPhone.
It is, and there's ways you can do it. You know, you could go get like your custom tool. I'm getting slurry. There's ways you can do it by getting a custom toolkit to where you can like take out your battery and stuff. iFixit.com, sponsor us. But it's like it shouldn't be that way. It should be more intuitive. We live in an age where like customizability is one of the top features in anything, right?
And you can't do anything with the iPhones or Apple products in general.
Yeah, Apple blows.
Not really. No.
But if they sponsored us, I probably would say that they don't blow.
Hey, throw a free iPhone my way, and like you got yourself a deal.
All right, so going back to this Apple store, I go in because I need to get my battery changed because it's really bad, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we can do that for you," and then he takes my phone out the case, looks at it for.
Wait, was this a quote unquote genius at the Genius Bar?
Yes, it was a genius at the Genius Bar, and he takes the phone out the case. Looks at my phone for 1.75 seconds and says, "Oh, we can't do it. It's bent." My phone is not bent. There's like no bend at all. I've seen bent iPhones that are like, you put it this way and it looks like a C.
More like bent. You got bent. Got him.
Bent.
Oh!
So like, immediately I'm just like, well, that's lame.
That's probably how the conversation went exactly in the office.
And then he's just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. Thanks for stopping by." I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's it? Like, it's bent. It wasn't even bent.
I'll throw you some phone wrecks after this. Google Pixel 3 coming out, looking really good. Best camera on the market. 3 years going now.
I have
also,
a Galaxy 9.
Can it give me a good picture
9.
of the moon? Like, can I see like each crater?
I don't know about the dark. I don't know about the dark mode features, but like Braxton said, the Galaxy series, they have really good dark picture support.
That being said, I don't know if I can get into my battery because I haven't checked. So
no, you can't. You can't.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Past the Note 4 in the Samsung series, they've been in phone batteries, and you need to do iPhone stuff for that. Which is why I switched to LG. Really good, except the display on those screens kind of sucks. But Note 9 features, oh my God. I miss having a Note so much because of the stylus. With the stylus on the Note 9, you can take it out. If you're some sort of like future tech millennial, you put your phone on a tripod, right? You take the pen out. You can use the stylus as a remote control to take pictures for you. That's incredible. I want it. Give it to me.
The Note's not the one that explodes, is it?
No, that's the Note 7. And when I came out, I told the people at Verizon, I will willingly accept the responsibility if this phone explodes. I will sign a waiver. I want that phone. And they were like, "Nah, man, there's nothing we could do. China has recalled everything." And I was like, "Ah, damn it, China."
God, those things, you couldn't even put them on airplanes. Can you imagine, like, going somewhere on vacation, just trying to bring your Note 7, the Note 7, right? That's the one that would explode?
Yeah.
Trying to bring your Note 7 on vacation, and they're like, "Sorry, sir.
You can't.
Have this in the cabin."
They're banned. They're literally banned.
My office building had flyers up saying, if you have a Note 7, you may not enter the building.
That's discrimination. That is phone discrimination, and I'll file a lawsuit.
Yeah, it's cellulist.
I agree with them. I would rather not have exploding devices by me.
I'll just wear a sign like, "Stay 30 feet away from me. I have a Note 7. Shit's fire.
Stay 30 feet away from me. I may spontaneously combust, so just leave me alone."
Just trying to play your little game, just trying to play Gwent, and then it just explodes.
Hey, if Gwent's mobile, I'm down. Explosions and all.
I can't believe Gwent's not. Well, maybe that might be what they try to do after the 20. It's the 23rd when the full game comes out, so hopefully that's what they start to implement once the game has started to receive actual mass appeal and all that.
They're gonna be like, "It's really great," but in side news, people are exploding.
Hey, they already. Well, technically, that's a good point. Since it was beta, it was free. I wonder if it's going to cost money now. Ooh.
Probably. Definitely. Well, if they do the whole free-to-play thing, then you buy packs, they could support it. Moving on, because we've been on this topic too long. I've been playing Dead Cells. That game is fantastic. Oh my god.
I've seen gameplay of it, but I haven't touched it yet.
Braxton, you will love this game. It is Hollow Knight mixed with Binding of Isaac. It's a Hollow Knight roguelite. It's amazing. No two playthroughs are the same unless you really try to make it that way. But the variation on weapons and power-ups, everything just feels new, and you can approach the game differently every time. I've put 80 hours into it after getting it like 2 weeks ago. It's consumed my life to a point that I am ashamed. Much shame.
Now, is there an end game?
No, there is no shame.
Like Binding of Isaac, is there an end game, or is it just endless?
Dead Cells is...
Because I don't...
There's an ending to the game, but like...
Oh, okay.
There's so much you need to unlock that you keep playing, and then there's certain... So like... Dead Cells takes the approach that like Dark Souls does, to where you get currency known as a dead cell, and you use those dead cells to unlock certain weapons and power-ups. But you also have the option to hold on to your dead cells to power up your rare drop percentage after you beat a boss. So that's where I'm at right now, because I have everything that I want to use, and I'm just trying to improve the drop rate of like the power of weapons I get, because there's 3 tiers. There's like a grade 1 upgrade on a weapon, or a grade 2 upgrade on a weapon, and then there's like the legendary weapon. I'm only working on the grade 2 drop rate increase percentage, but everything about that game feels good. Like the platforming, the weapon usage, everything feels like it has a gravity behind it, and it's so crisp and clean when you're platforming. Like, it's like the complete opposite of Assassin's Creed. It's just amazing. I can't recommend that game enough.
Nico Bellic.
Now I have that on my wish list, but I wanted to ask you, have you ever played Rogue Legacy?
Is that the pixel art game?
Well, yeah, it's the one where you start as like one main character and you go into a dungeon and you have to beat like 5 bosses. But every time...
Let me look that up really quick.
Yeah, every time
so it's a roguelite boss rush?
It's not, well, technically, because you have to make your way to the boss each. Like, you basically work your way through a castle and you have to beat 5 bosses. But you have to find each boss, and there's like 4 different sections in the castle where the bosses are, and then the main boss is like right at the start. So you have to like kind of start there. But basically, every time you die, your child picks up after you, and each child that you have has different stats based on the person before it. So, like, say you start as a standard adventurer, and then your child like has dwarfism, and then your next child could have dwarfism or something else, and then their next child will have something, and then their next child will have something. But you keep upgrading your ancestors each time you die, because you go in, you get gold, you're trying to upgrade yourself, get weapons, get power-ups. And so essentially you kill off, scores of your family tree as you try to beat all of these bosses in this dungeon. And I really enjoyed that game. It was a very fun game. But it's
Let me answer your question with a quick no. I have not played that game. It sounds interesting. I thought you were talking about Rogue Lands.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is. But yeah,
I don't know what Rogue Legacy is. But
Dead Cells is on my wish list. So,
dude, get it. It's beautiful. It's like 2.5D pixel art. It's crazy. But that game's really fun. Brings me joy.
There's just a lot of games coming out, and I've moved, and I'm trying to save money, and Soul Calibur just came out, and it's like, ugh.
Oh, I know. You want to talk a little bit about Soul Calibur? Have you?
Well, it's funny because one of my boys was playing it, and I was in Texas yesterday, but he shot me like 5 Steam messages, like, dude, I got Soul Calibur. Get on, get it, play with me. It's so cool. But
no, don't do it. PlayStation 4. I'll message you 6 times on PlayStation. Get it, please.
But I don't have online on PlayStation.
Dude, come on.
Why?
Come on.
PC is free.
Yeah, but the player base is so much bigger on PlayStation for fighting games.
It's not the size; it's the motion in the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
PC doesn't have motion controls. DualShock has motion controls.
I don't need motion controls. But much like I've heard nothing, but he basically, the way he described it to me was it's similar to Soul Calibur 2, and also the customer or the costume or character creator is the best it's ever been. And I'm
Did
sure
I share that clip with you in the podcast or in just the personal messages?
You sent me that in the personal messages, but I've looked on Twitter as well. There's Twitter and some gaming sites that I look at just have
Matt,
scores,
let me share this with you really quick.
Scores.
The
of
character customizer is ridiculous.
It's like if you've ever played,
I can make myself.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you can make yourself with a big ding dong.
Yeah, you can.
I want it to be realistic. I want to have a little one.
You could do that too,
and you can make it just as powerful. Hold on, I really need to share this with you.
Now it's not as expensive as like a
Braxton,
WWE.
What did I share that on? What did I share that with you on?
You sent that through the group me. What you sent me that?
Yeah, but like, was that personal or was that to the podcast group me?
Ooh, that's a good question. I could double check.
Oh, it was to the podcast. You didn't watch it, Matt? How dare you?
Which one?
Got him.
Scroll up. It's a Twitch clip.
Yeah, Rob sent it.
I'll let you work on that while we discuss.
But it's
Yes,
I'm very excited because the only Soul Caliburs I played were 2, 4, and 5, and everybody kind of hated 5 just because they didn't have the characters, the long-standing characters that used to be there, which I didn't really care about because I played Ezio in 5 and I thought he was pretty cool, but now they got Geralt.
Ezio?
Yeah.
You mean Nico Bellic?
Yeah.
Nico Bellic.
Yeah. They had Nico in the 5th one, so it was pretty cool for me I liked using him aside from Voldo, so
I'm just ready to take the deep dive in. I've never owned a Soul Calibur. I played, what was that, 2 on GameCube?
2's so
with
good.
Like Yoda and Darth Vader?
2's on, well, okay, 2's not on Steam. 2's on Dolphin, and I played it on Dolphin on my computer. So if I find a good ROM, I could probably play it.
That's the one that came out like on the GameCube era, though, right?
Yep. So the GameCube one had Link. The PlayStation one had Heihachi from Tekken, and I think the Xbox one had Spawn from Marvel.
They all had Darth Vader and Yoda. And
Darth Vader and Yoda was
amazing.
4, not 2.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Which one had Yoda?
That was 4. And 4, so Yoda was Xbox, Darth Vader was PlayStation.
Oh, okay, never mind. I played 4 then.
Oh. Well, that's not a bad one to get into. 2, I think 2 is
still fun.
Great. 2's like the best.
Yeah, I've never really immersed myself, and I'm ready to do that now.
But I've heard great things about 6, so I'm really looking forward to it. Apparently they brought it back to the basics more or less with kind of the characters.
Just let me know when you get it on. Please get on PlayStation.
I
will
on
help
PC.
you pay for a
It'll be on
PlayStation
PC.
subscription. Come on.
Are you gonna pay for every year of PlayStation subscription that I'm gonna have to get?
No, just until we get tired of playing fighting games with each other.
What did I just watch?
Oh. You watched a beautiful character be created
with thrusting attacks.
Well, Voldo's already weird enough as it is, but
what did I just watch?
That's Soul Calibur 6, baby. Get it?
I love when he just like walks, or I don't even
that's
know.
Voldo. That's his standing animation. He basically moonwalks in place.
Amazing.
That's why he's my main.
Ridiculous. I love the little like when the character's on all fours and he just like humps the air. And
that's his mantis.
That is beautiful. Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
That was beautiful. I can't believe I didn't watch that. When did you send that?
I don't know. Check the
like
check the time
2 days ago, 3 days. I don't remember.
October 20th.
2 days.
That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Soul Calibur 6 when I am more stable. It looks fun, and it's my favorite fighting game series, so I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. PlayStation. See you there, baby.
Yeah, sure.
Moving on. We enter the cinema of Matthew. Cine Matthew, our movie and TV segment.
Hello, y'all. Welcome to Cine Matthew. Looks like Rob watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have not seen it yet, but
God, how old is that? Jesus Christ.
Well, it just came out on DVD a couple weeks ago, Braxton.
Oh, is that how you watched it?
Down. Yeah, it is. I got it on Amazon, and it was. Thank you, Amazon. Please sponsor us.
Hell yeah, Amazon sponsor us. Hot damn.
It was a good movie. I liked it a lot. It takes place. I'm not gonna put it on the timeline because that might cause some spoilers.
Really?
Yeah, really. But in the scheme, like the plot and everything, just typical Marvel stuff. If I put it on a scale, it would just be like 7 to 8 out of 10.
10 is Infinity War.
10 is what's a Marvel movie I really liked in the Avengers universe?
Infinity War.
Infinity War was good. I wouldn't make it a 10.
Iron Man 1?
Iron Man. Okay, yeah. Iron Man 1, the first installment in the Avengers verse. I liked Iron Man 1 a lot.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. is kind of the perfect Tony Stark. Kind of like Hugh Jackman is the perfect Wolverine.
Yeah, and Chris Evans is the perfect Captain America because Captain America is such a blob.
I think you mean Chris Evans.
Yes,
I think you mean Chris Evans is the perfect. What's isn't it Human Torch? Thank you very much.
No, he was. No,
horrible. Michael B. Jordan is the perfect Human Torch.
I haven't seen that one, and I don't plan on seeing it. I hate it because.
Oh, you know what? I really like Black Panther. I think I like Black Panther more than Iron Man.
Oh, okay. You know how much I love Fantastic
Four?
Four?
Out my fucking drink. Jesus Christ.
Rob, look at my screen.
Oh my god. Is that the Silver Surfer? What's going on? Oh my god.
That's my guy.
That was the worst movie.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Jessica Alba's the only redeeming characteristic of those movies.
She is very attractive.
It's me.
But yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp, excellent. Evangeline Lilly continues to make me believe. Paul Rudd makes me believe even harder. I love Paul Rudd.
Evangeline Lilly, she's the Wasp, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay, so
the fight scenes were awesome. The bad guy looks like a character from Destiny 2. I take that for what it is. I don't know. I'm just I'm so jaded by like all the media I've seen that this ends in a happy ending. I wish it didn't. I wish, like there's some stakes that they followed through on. But it was like it's a good family movie. It's a movie I would put on at like a holiday party or something.
Yeah, surprisingly, Paul Rudd is a decent superhero. I think it's because it's like he's not trying to be
surprisingly, Paul Rudd can be anything he wants to be. How dare you?
No, but like certain people, when they try to do superhero roles, like, they just don't do a good job. Ben Affleck, Batman. Terrible.
Yo,
Ben Affleck's a decent Batman. He's all right. I'll give him that.
Henry Cavill is done with Superman, but now he's gonna do The Witcher for Netflix.
Yep.
Oh, they're doing a Witcher?
Yeah.
Wait, that's... Oh, no. What is that? This is a side note. What is that anime that's supposed to come out that's like
Castlevania.
Gordon Hayward's anime?
Oh, Gordon Hayward. The
You mean
Boston
League of
Celtics
Legends
starting
commercials?
Small forward?
Yeah. Actually,
Wait,
There's
are you serious?
I'm not even
There's
kidding.
there's no anime. It's just the League of Legends commercials where they animated him.
Oh, okay. That freaked me out. I thought they were making a League of Legends anime.
No,
Starting.
they're trying to sell
Way to
League of
hype
Legends.
me up for nothing.
Yeah, they're trying to sell League of Legends as better than it is by making it an anime, but it's just still a shitty game.
Yeah, and then they got like the Glitch Mob to collab with them, and that makes me sad because I like the Glitch Mob, and that whatever they did for them was so corny. Ugh.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
So you gave that Marvel movie a 7 out of 8, but you watched the other Marvel movie, Matt, Venom, which was the other one. Does that? Oh man, starting with a sigh. I guess that's not a 7 or an 8.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm buckled up. Let's hear it.
I'm ready to hear it because I'm on the fence on whether I want to see it.
Let me start off with the good.
Ooh, that's not a good sign.
Tom Hardy, phenomenal. He's great as Eddie Brock. I don't think anyone else could have
better
played
than
him any
Topher
better.
Grace.
I will hang up.
Eric,
I will hang up right now.
Eric, why does it smell like skunks down here?
Oh my gosh! But he did a phenomenal job as Venom, or not Venom, as Eddie Brock. The graphics were great. Like, it was pretty seamless.
Are Eddie Brock and Venom really different characters? Have you ever seen them in separate rooms?
They are. Potentially. No spoilers. But just the whole storyline, it just seemed too fast. The movie's about 1 hour 42 minutes, and they're introducing a lot because there's a lot of complexities to what a symbiote is. That's what, like, ultimately Venom is like a symbiote from another world.
Super sperm.
Is that exactly, and it just like feeds off organisms. So it felt kind of rushed. There was like a love story thrown in there as well. Blah. And it was like not even like developed well. Like I don't mind a love story, but it just was just like thrown in there. I feel like as filler, and there was just like a lot of not plot holes, but just like I felt like it moved way too fast, and I wasn't too impressed with the villain's performance. I don't know the actor's name, but he's in Rogue One.
Wait, stop. Is the villain not Venom?
It's
No,
not.
it's not. No, it's not. I know who the villain is because they kind of. Well,
Why
I've heard
should I
about it.
watch this movie if Venom's not being Venom?
Well, Venom is not necessarily a villain.
Venom is, I guess in the lore, Venom's only a villain to Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's not in this movie, so they had to find some other way to make it so that Venom would fight.
He's not necessarily anti-hero either. Without giving anything away, it's more of just like the two people going against each other. It's just like, I hate you, I just don't like you. Maybe Eddie Brock has like a moral compass or whatever, but I wouldn't consider him like even an anti-hero. Not like Deadpool.
I don't think Deadpool's an anti-hero.
Deadpool's an anti-hero, I think.
He's not an anti-hero. He fights for the good guys, even only when his goals align with the good guys.
Exactly. You know, he's more of just like he looks out for himself, but he'll have those moments where he's not solely bad. I don't know. What's your definition of an anti-hero?
Someone that is presented as the protagonist, but has villain-esque qualities and goals.
Yeah, Deadpool would just be like a dude who doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
And then just happens to
Just
save
an
the
assassin.
He's
just an
more
assassin.
of a he's not an anti-hero, he's just a coincidental hero sometimes.
Yeah, it just comes down to him being a merc. Like he just does mercenary things.
So who are some
That's all he's known.
Who are some anti-heroes from comic
Blade.
books?
Blade is not an anti-hero.
He's a hero?
Yeah, he is. No,
Blade's
he's
a
not.
hero.
Blade doesn't give a fuck at the beginning. He was just doing shit to do shit. And when he got roped
No,
in, and he was
his
like,
goals
all
are
right.
aligned with the good guys. He doesn't
Yeah,
want vampires to take
eventually.
over
They
because it's a
weren't at the
vengeance
start.
story.
At the start, they weren't. At the
Yeah,
start,
no, that's the whole thing. He got roped into all the vampire stuff.
Yeah, he gets
and he
roped
didn't
in.
like
That's
those
the
vampires.
point.
Blade
a,
is like
a hero.
Blade is
doesn't,
like
a hero
versus
doesn't need to
the
get roped
vampire
in.
KKK. That's all it is.
A hero doesn't have to get roped in. A hero does it because he wants to be a hero. Where Blade's like, well,
That doesn't
fuck,
make you an anti-hero, though. Like, a good anti-hero example is, what's his name? Heisenberg. Walter White. That's anti-hero. He's doing bad things, but is told from the perspective of protagonist.
What? Well, he's still a
He's-
bad guy.
he's
Yeah.
doing- Oh,
Are
wait,
you
wait,
kidding
wait.
me? Go
Time
look
out,
up
time out.
top anti-heroes of all time, and Walter White is, like, top 5 every time.
Blade would also be on that list, though. So I don't know
No,
what
he
your argument
wouldn't.
is.
Blade's a
What are you
hero in the
talking
Marvel
about?
Universe.
He is in the Marvel universe.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, what? He is in the Marvel Universe.
Yes, he is, and he's also
a
an
good
anti-hero.
guy. He's not an anti-hero. Anti-hero,
Oh my God.
Punisher, anti-hero.
Yes,
my God.
Punisher.
Oh
There it
my
is.
God.
There it is.
Blade is not an anti-hero. He's a good guy, except in real life because he evades taxes. Anti-hero, IRL, hero. Fictional, real life, IFL.
Oh my gosh! But going back to Venom,
Blade,
I'd say it's
number
worth-
9 in the
it's worth a
top
watch.
10 Marvel anti-heroes. Fuck you.
Who?
No way. What are your sources? And it better not be
I'm on-
BuzzFeed.
It's on
BuzzFeed.
m.ranker.com lists the best anti-heroes in comics. Number 1, Deadpool. Number 2, Punisher. Number 3, Wolverine. Number 4, Spawn. Number
This is
5,
stupid. That's already a
Ghost
stupid
Rider.
list. How
Number
is
6,
Wolverine an
Rorschach.
anti-hero?
Number 7,
I
Venom.
would
Number 8,
consider
John
Wolverine an
Constantine.
anti-hero.
Number
No,
9, Blade.
no.
And number 10, Deathstroke.
He
Those
has
are not
anti-hero
anti-heroes.
qualities. Well, because I mean, the whole point of an anti-hero, I feel like sometimes they align with the good guys, so that's why Deadpool can be considered an anti-hero. But then,
Screen
if you
Geek.
think-
The
if you
top
think
10
of
Marvel
Logan's-
anti-heroes. Number 10, Blade.
But with Wolverine, my argument for Wolverine is that even though he's sometimes aligned with the good guys and he was on the X-Men, he has this whole life where he was just like a vagabond and he would kill people for looking at him the wrong way.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would. He was
Okay, whatever.
in X-Men Origins. Remember when he was going through all those wars and shit, killing people? He was a mercenary.
He was
essentially.
a soldier.
He was a mercenary essentially because he had no reason to fight those wars.
Dude, everything I look up on Google right now that's Marvel
Ogre.
and anti-hero has Blade somewhere in the description. So I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe okay. So I feel like anti-hero, they don't use this archetype
Okay,
hero.
an anti-hero is a central character in a story, movie, or drama who lacks conventional heroic attributes. Sure. Okay, fine. That fits. I feel like that's very, very broad. Whatever.
Basically,
So then,
Captain
Thanos
America.
is an anti-hero.
Thanos
well,
is
in the
the
movie,
villain.
yeah.
He's the villain.
In the movie, he technically,
No, he's the
but
villain.
in the comics, no, he's a villain.
See, I think that's a terrible definition of anti-hero. Where was that even from? Where am I pulling it off of?
I don't know. You're the one.
I will
looking
say-
it up.
Google.
I will
Dictionary?
say Infinity War Thanos is pretty anti-hero. Especially with overpopulation is a thing,
Like, it just anti-hero is it's very centric to whose perspective is being told. No,
This is true. I feel like it's almost propaganda. It's like hero propaganda. It's like they're not quite us, but sometimes
What?
they help us, kind of deal. You know, so they like allow them in sometimes. Like, hey, what's up, anti-hero? Here's the Heroes Club.
Okay, sure. We've gone way far off topic.
But Venom's worth a watch solely because of Tom Hardy, and I just didn't like it very much. And
worth the watch.
It's worth to watch, but not for me.
No, watch it. Don't watch it. I don't care.
I feel like the only reason a lot of people would go see Venom is for Venom and like the CGI behind it. From the commercials, it looks really on point.
I'm kind of disappointed. I haven't seen it, but like A, it's not rated R, and B, Venom's like my favorite like Marvel person. So, you know, seeing him get
more than
trashed-
Groot?
Oh, absolutely. Not even a question.
Spoiler, there might be a number 2.
What?
No, a Venom 2. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Really? Oh. Okay.
But that's the only
Will they make it
spoiler.
rated R?
Or are they skipping
on
and
that
going Big Boy Pants
on that,
rated X?
On that point, being rated R would have helped Venom a lot. A lot of heads are a bit off, and there's just no blood, and it makes it less appealing. I don't know.
Well, okay, what happens when that does happen, though? Like, does it just disintegrate within the symbiote, or is that Tom Hardy actively supporting cannibalism?
I think the symbiote needs to eat, like, flesh, like living flesh, to grow, or to gain knowledge of the world and figure out, like, what nutrients or whatever it takes from that being that will help get them stronger. So
Weird.
for some reason he likes the symbiote likes biting heads off, but like, you know, since it's not rated R, they don't show like a bunch of gore. It's just very animated with the head biting. I don't know. I feel like that could have added a dimension to it, made it a little bit more dark. But
That's what I was expecting from it. I think that's what a lot of people were expecting from it. At least not like digging deep into research on it.
But I feel like there were a lot of things that they could have done better. But overall, Tom Hardy's performance warrants it a watch, I believe.
Okay. I'm probably still going to see it at some point when it comes to Amazon or Blu-ray and DVD.
But
I mean,
another thing I've been watching, moving on, the new American Horror Story Apocalypse. Do you guys still watch American Horror Story? Or did you guys
I never
ever watch
watched it
American
ever.
Horror Story?
Fuck no. And on that note, I'll be right back. I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. But you guys continue on, and I'll jump in wherever that leads.
it won't lead far because I don't watch that show.
So Braxton, it is American Horror Story Season 8, and the title name is Apocalypse. The interesting part about American Horror Story is that each season, it doesn't build off of the last season in terms of storyline, because it's always something different. Like, Season 1 was Horror House, Season 2 was Asylum, another season there was Witches, another season there was Cults, another season there, and like, they have the same characters, same actors playing roles, but they're always a different character. And I feel like that's pretty cool in a series, because then they can bring some characters back and insert into the timeline. Ultimately, they're just like building this big universe. And in Apocalypse, essentially the world ends because of nuclear warfare, and then eventually leads to, I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but American Horror Story is scary in the sense where
It won't be a spoiler to me because I definitely don't watch this.
like, their type of horror is not like your typical the typical marketable types of horror where it's kind of like pop up or, you know, something super egregious. Even though like a lot of things that happen in American Horror Story are pretty just like brutal. Like I've seen somebody get basically stretched out where like you could see like their intestines and everything like that. It's like super super dark, but I don't know, it's got like its own style of horror. It's like not your typical, you know, scary. And I think they continue it with this season. The premise is the world has ended because of nuclear warfare, and the people fighting for the scraps of the earth are just like, it's like witches and warlocks essentially.
What is this? A dark Harry Potter? I don't know what the.
Well, they did have
Witches-
a season before, called Coven, so they've brought back a bunch of characters from that season, and then also they're because the creator of the show, Ryan Murphy, he said that his intention with the show is that like eventually like all these universes are gonna meet up and combine at one point, because it's all different times, but like I think there's like some common underlying evil that is like connected to all these different stories. So that's why I think it's interesting. It's kind of like, you know, JoJo in a sense, where very very bad analogy, but you know how JoJo from season to season, the main character is a different JoJo.
Well, I mean, shit, we can jump into Chapter Black then if we're gonna talk about JoJo, because I'm sure we're gonna be wait. Well, okay, let's jump into Chapter Black.
Yeah.
Wait, why? What's going on? How did I miss?
This is no. This was a good transition into Chapter Black, kind of.
Oh, so we're just gonna ignore The Good Place season 3?
Oh.
Yes.
Dude, I haven't watched The Good Place. Ray, my roommate, he's been watching it. He's all caught up. It looks funny. I like all the people in it. What are your thoughts on it?
It's campy. I like it. It's like you gotta get in the mindset of contemporary sitcoms. It's from the same, well, one of the co-producers from The Office and Parks and Rec. If you guys ever watched The Office, do you remember Dwight's brother?
No.
God, no, I wouldn't have any idea.
Oh, okay. Well, he's Mose from The Office, and he actually helps produce this. The Good Place, I think I talked about it in a previous episode, but it's about, like, the afterlife, their rendition of it, and you either go to the good place or the bad place, or the medium place sometimes if you fall on the line between good and bad. In season 3, it's hard to talk about this without dropping spoilers, but essentially the characters are brought back to life and they go about their lives before they died and how they can affect the standing of where they are now. The comedy's, it's pretty good. Like I said, it's kind of campy. And some parts are definitely funny, but other parts are kind of just like, how dare you? Who interrupted me with their cell phone notifications?
How did you hear that?
Your mic's really good.
Like, I could barely hear that. It was like...
You have headphones on.
My phone is all the way in my kitchen, which is like
I have
away.
acute hearing. I'm the shonen protagonist of my life. I have increased senses.
In hearing or
But
just in general?
Everything.
We're going back to quirks. Braxton, what's your quirk?
Shut up. Shut up.
But The Good Place season 3, I like where it is now. Season 2 got kind of stagnant and I don't know, not repetitive, but it was lingering too long in certain topics. Season 3 is the complete opposite so far. I like where it's at. I highly recommend it.
Wait, so they're in purgatory or...
No, they're completely in their rendition of the afterlife dimension that they present.
Oh.
But in season 3, they're alive again.
Interesting.
All I know is that Kristen Stewart is also attractive, just like Jessica Alba.
Oh, yeah, really? Because that's Kristen Bell in The Good Place.
Oh,
Kristen
that's
Stewart
what I meant.
is,
Yeah.
I think
Kristen
you're
Stewart is
lingering too long on your high memories of Twilight.
What's that? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Wasn't she in Twilight? Yeah. Yeah, Kristen Bell. She's the attractive one.
She's beautiful.
Everyone's beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
In their own way. Everyone has a beautiful aspect about them. Braxton, you have a beautiful head. Now tell me what's beautiful about me.
Supreme.
That's
yeah,
ugly.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, you're the one who wore it.
Your hair.
Thank you. Okay, Matt, what's something beautiful about yourself?
My nose.
Because me and Braxton covered each other.
My nose.
Very Filipino.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
The Filipino knows that waitress or that lady said about you.
She knows more than me. She knows everything.
Well, I mean, I guess if we're going off of attractive men, that's a good time to get into Chapter Black then.
Please wait. Before we hit the theme song, can you please explain your segue?
Oh, because
okay, yeah. Okay, Chapter Black.
Segue, here it is.
JoJo's.
Thank
Part
fucking
5.
God. Before we
Golden
start,
shower.
Matt, how
Wind.
fucking far are you in JoJo right now?
I'm caught up, baby. This
Not
is my
you,
crack.
Rob. This isn't about you.
Okay.
This is about Rob. This is about Matt.
All right. I'm not too far behind.
You're extremely far behind.
What just happened? Let's see.
I talked to Matt a couple days ago, asking him if he's caught up on season or part 5, and he says, "No, but I have time, so I can crank through a couple episodes today." He was before the midway point on part 3. So where are you at now, Matt? How far and hard have you actually cranked?
I've cranked hard. So they got to Egypt.
Jesus, you're not even at part 4.
Congratulations, you made the halfway point.
Jeez, you're not. Yeah, it is the halfway point because he's not even at part 4 yet.
But yeah,
halfway point of part 3.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about if we're judging all the seasons 1 through 5, and he's at like 2.5 or 3, then he's kind of halfway there.
I know, because I saw part 4 is like another 40 episodes, 39, I think.
Part 4 is my number 1 right now, and
Part 4
part
is pretty
5
good.
is mad dashing to be my number 1.
I think it's just I'm so excited for part 4, but I don't know. Part 3 is just like a lot. Just so many villains.
Well, you can't skip it
All the
because
villains.
all the stories are related.
I know.
So.
I know. It's like American Horror Story. Going back to the transition.
No, it's not. I wasn't here for that. American Horror Story, garbage.
Hater! I yelled into the mic, sorry.
I'm not a hater. It's just bad.
I was yelling at the mic like Eminem. Shoutouts to Killshot.
Why are you yelling at the mic? Yo, wait. How has it been that long that we haven't had a chance to talk about that beef?
That's absolutely the beef started and ended in the time that we took for us to finish.
Yeah,
this.
MGK.
I feel like it ended even farther away.
Yeah, because MGK released his diss track before we recorded last. Like he released it like 3 days before we recorded. Whenever Labor Day is.
Your beard's weird. You
Beard's
got a weird
weird.
beard.
But back to JoJo. I mean, as not
Back to American Horror Story.
No,
stop it. No more, please. No more.
Basically, anime all died at the same time. Cells' work is over.
American Horror Story's best show on television.
No one cares. I guess no one cares because Rob said no one cares.
I want to give a eulogy for Matt. It was a pleasure having him on the podcast.
Ryan
I
Murphy's
wish him
genius.
luck in his future ventures, and we'll fully support him no matter what.
Attack on
podcast.
Titan ended on a great cliffhanger, I might add, at the end of the credits. Holy shit, that was a great cliffhanger.
Oh my god! Wait, are you talking about in the middle of the ED?
Shh.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Oh,
Yeah, no spoil. We won't spoil anything. But
it's so
literally-
good.
Tell me
It's
it
so
is
good.
good.
I
Tell
want
me
to
about the
spoil.
artwork.
I want to
Tell
spoil
me-
everything. I caught up on the
Just-
manga. Oh my god! Everything.
Tell me about the artwork.
The basement is the
So-
tip of the iceberg, baby.
So basically,
it's so
when
good.
Wait, are you
This is-
talking
and-
about
and-
Attack on Titan, or are we talking about JoJo
Yeah.
still?
well,
Attack on
we're
Titan. I
both-
am, but we don't need to
both.
talk about that. It's fine.
Basically, I won't spoil anything, Matt. But basically, at the end of the last episode of season 3,
Wait, of JoJo
As you're of Attack on Titan.
Oh,
As
yeah,
you're watching
this episode.
as you're watching the end credits, something is up with the end credits, and you're
It
like,
does some
what?
glitchy stuff.
And it's like,
Some
what the fuck
Doki
is wrong
Doki
with my
Literature
computer?
Club stuff.
Yeah, it starts fucking spazzing out, and it's not your computer, and then it just cuts to a scene where it's like we fast forwarded like 2 days, and shit's just going down, and you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? And people are fighting, and it's like, oh my god.
It was basically them announcing, "Hey, we're done with season 2, but now you have to wait, you idiots." Thanks, Attack on Titan. I hope you improve your stupid intro song.
Honestly, that ending made season 3 so worth it to me because I was like, "Oh,
Season
cool."
3 is good.
Season 3 was like, yeah, it was Titans are fighting, and that's cool. And then
It wasn't about the
politics.
Titans fighting.
Yeah, I know, and that's why it was
Season 3
boring.
was about the
Yeah,
politics behind the wall.
Oh my gosh, I
Just
know.
like in real life, politics is not that exciting. So I was like,
It's exciting in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Like I wish more of this was alluded earlier, because season 2 was just
great.
It was like two main things that happened.
Season 2 is so good.
No, season 2 is really slow. I still enjoyed it,
I
but
thought
like
it was good.
It was
Yeah,
it was good.
it's
It
just
was
they
still good.
they
but
fleshed
like
they fleshed out those chapters and they raised like 100 new questions.
and this one, like, finally certain things get answered, and like your mind gets blown. You know, especially with like the race, family, Historia, blah blah blah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you think
I don't
you
give a
think
shit about
that's
that
gonna
for
blow
that.
your mind? Oh my god.
No,
Okay, so
literally.
I'm only
the
one
second
episode behind,
part
I know.
of season 3 is gonna be the battle for Wall Maria. Like they're gonna go back to the old village. They're gonna try to overtake where the town is, where like Eren used to live, and Mikasa and Armin. And they're gonna try to clear it out to get the basement.
Hot take here. The ending of season 3, that
Yeah.
ending ED part
Oh my
was
gosh.
probably better than half of season 3. I'm just gonna put
That
that
And
out there.
season
no,
three-
you
season
don't
3
have a
was
good
nasty.
appreciation for
Season
the
3
story.
It
was
was.
awesome.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was better than half of season 3. That
Yeah,
that
because of
one
the
little
hype.
It
clip.
was better than all of
It was
season
good.
2.
It was good, but that's only because of the hype.
And I haven't even
Season
seen it
3 was
yet.
actually good.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
hate?
was
Okay,
It was
can I
alright.
give
It was
a
alright.
quick rant?
Yeah. I ranted. It's only fair.
Everyone that's like everyone dropped Attack on Titan because their only excuse is, oh yeah, season 1 happened like 3 years ago, and I just I never got back into it, and then that automatically equates to it being an infeasible anime, and that My Hero Academia is the best thing to come out since Betty White. Because, fun fact, sliced bread was invented after Betty White was born. That being said, I can care less about Betty White.
What do you mean?
But back to
What do you mean sliced
what?
bread? Like sold in grocery stores?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was a little like semi shit post on Reddit.
Okay.
But yeah, Attack on Titan it's been good. Like even season 2 was amazing. I'll give it that the first 4 episodes of season 2 were really slow, and I even dropped it just so I could wait till I could binge it again.
Mm-hmm.
But the plot lines that happen in Attack on Titan since season 1 have been dramatically better than season 1.
I know season 1, like there was a really, really slow period. Episodes 1 through 5, you kind of had to kind of just like.
No way! That was all set up. That was all set up
when they
to
were
find
training.
out.
When they were training, the training episodes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That's okay. I think that's why I
Well,
like season 3 because I like
why.
seeing the character
Season
interactions
3
more.
Season 3 made more sense for the training montage then.
A little bit, yeah. But just oh my god, if there's any manga that I recommend reading, shut up, Braxton. It's Attack on Titan. Like, to you guys, I ask you, please go read Attack on Titan.
No.
You can skip everything. You can skip everything that they've shown.
God?
Just watch the battle for Wall Maria and then on. Like if okay, so there's the phrase, the meme. It went 0 to 100. Attack on Titan's like up to this point, it's gone from 0 to 10. And then where it's about to pick up, it's going to go where I assume it's going to end at the end of season 3 part 2. It's going to be going from 10 to 15. Maybe even 20 if they reveal what's in the basement. But after what they reveal is in the basement, oh my god, it is everything up to this point has been set up. Everything is explained, and then they drop even more stuff, but then they answer that within like a good timetable to where you're not like confused for years on end. So I'm just speechless. Like I binged reading it earlier, literally like 4 days ago. I caught up, and it has been amazing. Please read it.
Where can I read it on?
No.
I'll read it. I'll read it to Braxton.
Also, you can also read it on animefreak.tv as well, because they haven't.
What?
Yes, you can. They have manga. Yes.
All right. Well, let me counter that by saying Kiss Manga is really good.
Kiss Manga.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same company as Kiss Anime, which is another.
It's a naughty site.
Less than legal. Yeah, there you go. It's the anime dark web.
Ooh, is there Bitcoin involved?
No, they only use Sword Art Online coin.
Ooh.
You know they're making there's another series of Sword Art Online.
Back to incest.
Yeah, and I actually heard that's it's not that bad.
I heard it's good, but my disgust in Sword Art Online, the first one, makes me not want to watch any of them.
And that's why we're friends, Braxton. Because I'm right there with you.
But Old Boy was good.
Okay, let me flash back to like when Sword Art Online first came out, and I was talking to Braxton about it. I remember when we were keeping up with it, and then I messaged you one day. I was like, "Did you watch episode so and so?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "So." Incest is okay?
What a dumb fucking show. That show had so much potential and it fucking blew it. And what makes it worse is now it's like the fucking most popular show like out there right now.
Dude,
weird.
I go to the mall to like the little weeb shop, the anime shop.
Hot Topic? Alright, I see you.
Oh, stop. Yes, but like stop. I used to be a very avid Hot Topic consumer. But no, it's just like this little local weeb shop in the mall. And one of the highly demanded items is Kirito's sword from Sword Art Online. And I haven't been there to when someone purchased that. But if I ever get the chance, I just want to ask them, why? Why are you actively giving money to such a garbage anime?
What a dumb show.
It's like people that read Harry Potter, except Sword Art Online isn't as good as Harry Potter. But my analogy is going to, did you just like you read you started watching Sword Art Online and that's it? That's the only anime you know? Like what's going on there. There's 90% of what's come out is better than Sword Art Online.
Is that a shot at Harry Potter readers only read Harry Potter books?
Yes. That's exactly what that is.
I've only seen the movies.
I did both.
I read...
Same here.
I did
both.
I read Sorcerer's Stone.
I'm actually one of those people that had, like, the majority of what I read is... Well, not majority, but, like, when I used to read books, Harry Potter was, like, one of the last things I kept up with. Barring that, Stephen King, The Dark Tower series, amazing.
I know. I heard the movies didn't do him justice.
The gun, whatever that movie is, The Dark
Yeah.
Tower, the Gunslinger, terrible. The book is so much better.
And, like, it had Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba.
And Idris Elba. That, God. It's so... It's so much
We're just
potential.
going through like all the
All right.
per typical fashion. We're just kind of ranting on all the shitty shit that's out there right now, or that has been out there.
It's been 7 weeks. We haven't.
We gotta
we gotta let it all
A
out.
lot of
We
pent-up
haven't had-
aggression over here. The towers. Oh. Oh.
So we were
But,
talking about JoJo's, right?
Yeah,
tell me
thank
about-
God
tell
for
me about the
JoJo.
artwork
It's
of
so nice
JoJo,
to have that
'cause
back
I
out
heard-
there.
I heard they switched the artwork for season
The art's
5.
well, kinda like it's a little bit more heavily lined.
Metro?
Like the line
Oh,
work is
yeah,
a lot
absolutely.
thicker than where you're at right now, season 3, but it still keeps like that heavy stylized art
Machismo?
style.
Like,
No. That stops at season 4.
Well, I'm saying they're not big old hunking dudes now. They're just a bunch of skinny guys that are super exposed.
I know. And I like... Do we know why he decided to go with such a drastic change in artwork?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
because okay, so JoJo's is almost 30 years old, maybe even
Yeah.
30 if I'm mistaken. And when he came out with part 1 through 3, that was like late 80s, early 90s when
Sylvester Stallone.
big macho. Well, Iraqi loves Western culture. That's why there's so much influence on Western music. I want you to catch up to part 5 because the ED for the ED for part 5 is amazing. Braxton posted it on Facebook, and where? Oh God, do you know the song name? Do you know the song name?
Yep, it's called "Freakin' You."
Freaking You. Let me read the first 2 lines of the song.
The music's
It's
always...
by Jodeci.
Jodeci.
Freaking You by Jodeci.
Jodeci. Yep.
But the whole reason Iraqi changed the art style was because he started to fall into his own style, where before he got a lot of inspiration from like the super machismo action stars like Stallone and Schwarzenegger from the 80s and stuff, which is why a lot of his characters are like
They're
pretty
all
buff men.
they're all jacked. They're all jacked dudes.
Yeah. Okay, so the first lines of Freaking You are, every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Those
Hell
and
yeah.
that is all in the JoJo's Ending theme song, and it is amazing because it is the beautiful boy season.
I always love the music they chose. I've only been through 3 parts, and the music's been on point that they choose.
Oh, part 3 had Walk Like an Egyptian.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, that song's good.
Part 1. Part 1. Oh no, not part 1. It was part 2. It was
you
part
mean,
1 and part 2 both had it's the
part
To Be
2 is,
Continued meme.
Yeah.
What's that song?
Roundabout.
Yes.
Roundabout. Yeah,
great song.
it's so good. Like it's undeniably
Everything is
connected to
just
JoJo's
everything
now.
is so perfect in that show. Oh my
And
gosh.
part 5 is even better, man. Like part 4 is so good. Everything's so clean and tight, and it's presented in a way that like I don't know, man.
I watched 11 episodes of part 4 before because for some reason
You just
Hulu-
skip it
Hulu
now?
brought
Good
me
Lord.
there instead of at episode 1 of the season or episode 1, the pilot. I started watching part 4 first, and I was super confused. I'm like, I'm just supposed to know this dude's backstory. I'm supposed to know Jotaro's backstory. Like, he just keeps talking about how this is his uncle or something like that.
Jotaro or Josuke?
Jotaro. Cause he
From part 3?
Part 3. He's in part 4 too, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and he's like the dude is his uncle, but he's younger than him.
Well, that's like Filipino culture too, right?
I know. Like, someone in my family, like, she's a month older than me, but she's considered like my great aunt.
I have a quote unquote niece that's in her 30s right now.
Hey, you're a time traveler, huh?
Yep. I'm a real Benjamin Button.
You do look younger from the first time I met you.
Really?
No.
From now?
No. I was going along with the Benjamin Button thing.
Oh God, I'm sorry. You look good.
You look good.
Shout out to the stupid shit posts of my friends that are never gonna listen to this episode.
You look good.
Here's a conversation that goes on when I try to pass through word of mouth. Hey, you have a podcast? Yeah. What do you guys talk about? Anime. End of conversation. Awkward silence.
We get drunk and yell at each other.
I hope that's someone's thing. Otherwise, we're just doing this. And I'm cool with that. I enjoy doing this.
Shout outs to the liquor I'm drinking. It's
Yeah, what are you guys drinking right now? So synopsis for anyone coming in on the episode 10. We're called the Neat Boys Podcast because originally we would crack open a bottle of whiskey and we drink it neat. No ice. We're not cold boys here, except Braxton, because I forgot why. He's a cold boy from earlier this episode. And we discuss our topics such as, it's all media, like video games, TV shows, anime. And that's who we are. Good times ensue. So, Matt, what are you drinking?
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's called Imad Islandi Reyka. It's a.
Is that Norwegian?
Did he just call me something?
Yeah, I think he did.
No. It's called Reyka. Ka.
Icelandic.
It's from Iceland.
Oh wait, you're up in the vodka too. I was having vodka. I was having some screwdriver. I was a screwdriver over here.
Shout outs to vodka, especially this one.
Shout outs to the entire history of vodka.
To vodka, potatoes, whatever else vodka's made out of. But shout outs to you, the clear.
Hey, Vinny Vodka, if you want to sponsor us on the podcast, I very much appreciate it.
Vin Diesel Vodka, please. Traditionally distilled and filtered through ancient Arctic lava rocks.
Wait, is that your recommendation then?
Reyka? Hell yeah.
Yeah, what do you give it? If Iron Man is 10 out of 10, what do you give Reyka?
If Iron Man 1 is 10 out of 10, Reyka is like a 34.
Oh!
Nice.
Sorry, Robert Downey Jr. Reyka wins.
Braxton, what are you sipping on over there?
I don't actually remember the name of the vodka because
he's wasted.
It's my mom's.
Burnett's Blue.
No,
you snuck it out of your mom's liquor cabinet?
Yeah, basically I snuck in there and grabbed. No, it's vodka she had that. Actually, if I got up and walked and opened the cabinet, I could probably tell you what brand it is. But
Tito's?
I was having that with some orange juice.
Tito's?
No, it's not Tito's. No.
Tito.
Let's keep guessing.
But that's not. Oh, well, you guys can keep guessing. I can literally go walk and figure it out.
Is it something we could find in a liquor store?
Yes. What?
What was the shape of the bottle?
Kind of like yours, the one that you showed. Like a regular
Reyka.
bottle.
You drink.
You guys can keep guessing. I'll go look at it.
Okay, I'm calling it now. It's gonna be something common and totally not worth our time, like Absolute or Grey Goose.
If it's this bottle, I'm thinking Tito's.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It's probably gonna be Tito's.
Tito's.
I myself have been pleasuring in the New Glarus brand illegally, not sold out of Wisconsin, but it was bootlegged into my state by my wonderful family. And then I recently switched over to Stella, a European brand from Belgium.
You're staying with the Belgium. New Glarus is Belgium beer.
What are you talking about?
Isn't New Glarus like? Aren't there
every drop of Wisconsin's original farmhouse ale is artisan brewed and bottled by hard-working employee owners of New Glarus Brewing Company, right here in New Glarus, Wisconsin.
No, but like
Spotted Cow adheres to the Reinheitsgebot purity law, using only 4 hand-selected all-natural ingredients: yeast, hops, water, and malted barley. We allow yeast to remain in the bottle to enhance the fullness of flavors. So
are you really going to read this whole bottle?
Except this ale to be fun, fruity, and satisfying. You're in Wisconsin when you see the Spotted Cow. Only in Wisconsin. Signed, Daniel and Deborah Carey. www.newglarusbrewing.org. .edu.
I'm gonna Men's Warehouse guarantee this, that a lot of Belgian people live in New Glarus, Wisconsin. Oh, damn it!
All right. Did you guys make all your bets on what the tequila was having over here?
Me and Matt. It's tequila or is it vodka?
Oh, it's tequila.
Okay. I know this. It's Blanco. It's Espolón. Yeah.
Okay, so it's neither.
Wait. It's Cazadores.
Wait. I'll give you a hint.
Cazadores is a regular bottle.
So is Espolón.
No,
I'll
it's
give
not.
You a hint.
Espolón's the little chubby bottle.
Yeah,
I'll give you a hint. Now the hint might actually just give it away, but it's a tequila made by a celebrity.
Ooh.
Oh, I know this.
Ooh.
Oh, they advertise it on the radio station all the time.
Is it made by Charlemagne the God?
What? No.
Yeah, no, it's Breakfast Club. It's advertised by Charlemagne. I know what you're talking about.
That's not.
Oh, did they advertise it? Okay.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's not that then. Oh, what is it?
Wait, don't say it. We're gonna guess it.
What is it? Give me the first letter. Can we get the first letter? Can I buy a vowel?
C. It's C.
Cazadores. We already said that.
No.
Sorry, I'm having another Nico Bellic moment. I'm sorry. Cazadores.
Because if I give you the celebrity, then that'll be pretty easy.
C.
Starts with a C.
And you're not when you say Cazadores, you're not far off from the name. It's just not that.
Corazon.
What? You went completely to a different name.
Oh, just say it. I hate how I'm not gonna get this.
It's Casamigos Tequila by George Clooney.
Oh, I knew it was George Clooney.
Nope. I never would have gotten that.
Cause I was looking up McGregor's Proper 12 and how everyone's hating it, and then it's not like a Casamigos by George Clooney, or a lot of.
Wait, McGregor made a tequila instead of a whiskey?
No, it's a whiskey. But they were just talking about other celebrities who have had ventures into making alcohol and have been successful. Like George Clooney was one of them. Ryan Reynolds is another.
Ooh, I want that Ryan Reynolds sex.
There's a lot. There's actually a lot of celebrities that have really good alcohols. Ciroc, Diddy.
Okay, Ciroc is... okay, I know you're shitposting, whatever.
That one was bad. Come on. Proper 12...
What's Pitbull's?
Proper 12 is more of a Ciroc. It's...
You have... What I've heard. Who's the chick from Community that's also in Glow?
I don't watch that show, so I don't know.
Yeah, who from Community? Is she in Love? Is she in Love?
No, the other chick, the brunette chick.
Oh, Brie something, Brie Larson, Schmeh.
Oh, isn't that Captain Marvel?
Oh, that might be Captain. Her name is Brie as well.
Allison Brie.
Allison Brie
and Smirnoff, and then her Her co-star is Adam Driver, I think. Adam Scott. Sorry, not
Adam Driver from
not
Star
Kylo
Wars.
Ren. Adam Scott and Allison Brie are in those Smirnoff commercials. But we're in the anime segment and we're not in the alcohol segment. So back to JoJo's Part 5. Braxton, how are you taking it so far?
I wish I didn't have to wait for episodes anymore.
I hate this. This is the first time where this is the first time that I can't binge a JoJo's because I'm all caught up. Like, this is terrible, in the best way possible. It's so good that it should just be on a Netflix schedule of just the whole season on me. I don't care. Just let me binge it. It's so good. And I think I'm straying away from the typical JoJo formula. I can care less about the stand fights. I want to know what's going on with the characters. Araki is such a good author of character depth. Like, ever since part 3, the characters have just been so good. Season 4 characters were amazing. I didn't even care about the stand fights then. I just liked seeing what was going on in the town of Moria, and now it's the same thing in fictional city of Italy.
Even from season 2, I would say.
Is it taking place in a real city in Italy, Braxton?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I thought you were our JoJo's guy.
It's gotta be.
I am the JoJo guy. I'm not the geography guy.
My geography is good. I know for a fact that the world is flat, so I know where everything is.
All right, Kyrie.
By the way,
oh my God, I totally thought for a second you were making a Kingdom Hearts reference.
No, Kyrie
Wow.
Kyrie Irving reference. What did he say exactly? He didn't apologize for his flat earth theories. He's just like,
he went back on it.
No, he didn't. He didn't
Yeah,
even
he
go
did.
back on it.
He went back on it.
No, he
He was
said
embarrassed that he soiled himself in front of everyone and is apologizing and is going back on it.
no. Didn't he say? He said this. He's like, I didn't think that my flat Earth comments were gonna warrant so much attention. I feel bad for science teachers that they have to change the curriculum
Oh, that's it?
because he still believes the world is flat.
What a cuck.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but okay.
You don't know what cuck means?
No, I know what it means. I just think it's a dumb phrase that gets thrown around for no reason.
I think it's...
I use it ironically, but now I'm afraid that
Yeah,
you fall too far into your irony that it starts to become you, and that's where I'm at right now.
You're a cuck?
No comment.
And with that, we can move on to, you already talked about Golden Kamuy, but I don't know if you want to talk about it some more before we get to the Rex.
No, I didn't. Hey, Braxton, open up your ears. Unfold your ears like Giorgio and
Dog,
listen.
it's been like 2 hours. You think I can remember all the things we talk about?
Yes.
I remember everything.
Season 2 is airing. I started recently reading the Golden Kamuy manga, and it is just leagues ahead of where the quality of the anime. The line work is amazing. Just all the drawings in each panel warrants your attention, and it helps tell the story. And there's stuff that's lost in translation there, like certain emotions on characters' faces are so, like, the facial expressions are so important to the story, and that's kind of lost in the anime. Like, without using words, the look of disgust on characters' faces is audibly making me laugh. It's, like, despite being on a plane full of people.
Didn't it upset you, like, the bear animation in Golden Kamuy? Or
No,
you said it was better?
That makes it, like, it takes points off of its score for me.
Mm-hmm.
But the bear's not that important of a thing, and they just throw so much. They throw so many shortcuts into that anime. Like, the fire is realistic fire if you look closely, and the bear CGI is terrible. It doesn't animate. And then along with that CGI, the wolf CGI is even a more different cell shaded CGI than the bear. So when they're on the same screen together, it's just an atrocity.
Yuck.
But like,
well, because
putting all that stuff aside, the story's still good, and that's it. It's just like a show that I haven't really seen before. It's kind of a journey. Well, it definitely is a journey, but it's not like a shonen or anything. And I just really like to see how the characters interact in that and where the story goes. Because like the whole plot line of Golden Kamuy is they're after a treasure like One Piece, except it's a lot more grisly, to where this prisoner. They basically raided the native Japanese people that would be the equivalent to Native Americans in American culture. And they took all their gold that they were building up to rebel against the Japanese government army at the time. This takes place like 100 years ago or so.
So these are the last samurai?
Not at all. No Tom Cruise at all.
No, but like that last, like, you know,
there's
Shogun
one guy
race.
that's like Last Samurai, but this is more so just like a changing of society. This takes place wherever the Russo-Japanese War took place. I assume that's in the 1900s.
Oh, okay. So these were people that like were already like in the culture, and the culture went through a little bit, and then they're just like, wait, why are we doing this little Russian war thing?
I don't think that's how it went historically, but yeah, sure. I'm not a historian.
They weren't hippies. They weren't taking acid and shit.
Nah. This was it. I mean, it's different development in a different society. But so they robbed the treasure of the native Japanese people, the Ainu, and then the criminal that did that was put in jail. And then he made a treasure map out of tattoos that he put on other prisoners.
Oh yeah, I remember that part, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is the tattoos are all mixed up, and you can only put them together as a puzzle piece to see the bigger picture. The only way to do that he planned to do was to skin the prisoners and put the map together.
What is this, Saw? Saw 2?
It's super grisly, but it's not as gory as you think. A lot of the gore in it is more so the hunting aspect. There's a lot of love that goes into the detail of
the skinning,
how no, not necessarily, but how the Ainu live off the land. There's like a lot of, it's like if primitive technology and manga were combined, that's what it would be. They give a lot of like fun facts on hunting and Japanese agriculture and stuff like that. It's really cool, which is why it's a lot different from your typical like shonen and stuff like that. There's not even any power-ups or anything. The main character, Sugimoto, he's known as the Immortal Sugimoto, and that's because of his strong will to live and survive through any dangerous encounter, mixed along with the luck that goes in with his survival. And that's where it gets really good, because like the fights aren't romanticized. It's just really grisly. He just survives. It's not a battle manga at all. It's crazy. But the manga I highly recommend reading. The anime's good. But if you go into the manga with like fresh eyes, I feel you have a deeper appreciation for the series. And then when you go revisit the anime, you'll know what's going on, and you'll be able to be disgusted by all the flaws in it, like the CGI animals.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
It's one of the best shows out there right now, next to JoJo's. I haven't really caught up with anything else, to be honest. So we close Chapter Black.
Chapter Black.
Let's get wrecked. Get wrecked. Give our recommendations.
Oh, is that what that means?
It does mean that now.
What nationality is duality?
God, I don't know. That's a good question. I wish I knew. But that is going to be my recommendation because way back on the last podcast that we recorded, either the one before this one or the two before it, I was deep into Bloodborne. And I beat the game, and I went through a New Game Plus for a little bit. Haven't beaten New Game Plus, but it's definitely a little bit easier getting through it now that I kind of know what's going on. And, as I was doing my, looking up the lore and looking up pathways and, tips and tricks, I stumbled upon this channel. Her name is Luality.
Oh.
And she's I guess she's a streamer. I don't know. She just puts stuff on her YouTube. But what she does is she basically has a DDR dance pad. And she plays Dark Souls and Bloodborne with the dance pad.
She successfully plays them.
She beats, and then I guess she got bored because it was so easy for her to beat all these bosses with her dance pad that she has a pet rabbit and a toy that the rabbit likes to follow around, and she trained her rabbit to run around on the dance pad and even beat some bosses on Dark Souls and Bloodborne with that little rabbit.
God, stop it.
So
Braxton, you have to call them bunnies. She loves bunnies.
Yeah. It's her little bunny rabbit that she has, and she just puts him on the dance pad, gets the toy out, and runs the toy across the dance pad and has the rabbit chase after it, and he presses all the buttons and he beats the bosses. So
in his cute little rabbit plaid flannel.
So anyone who is complaining about how hard Bloodborne or Dark Souls is, just know that a girl on a Dance Dance Revolution gamepad had her pet rabbit beat the bosses you're complaining about.
In her defense, she has bars. The bars to hold herself on the dance pad.
Yeah, but the rabbit's not grabbing those bars.
Yeah, and
she's a beast.
Her defense,
she's literally a beast.
That rabbit is an anomaly, okay? Some of us don't have the time to beat Bloodborne. So, watch your mouth, okay?
But that's my recommendation because I thought it was fucking impressive.
It was.
I'm sad I haven't seen this.
Like, she's literally Dance Revolutioning Dark Souls, and I've never played those games, but like
you heard it here first. Merriam-Webster, Dance Revolution is now a verb.
She's like, and then you do the flames were a little tricky, and you have to do quick dodge, long dodge. And it's like, oh my god.
She knows her shit. She's been playing. I don't know how long she's been playing Dark Souls and Bloodborne, but she's been playing that shit for a while, and she knows what she needs to do to get that shit to work. But she's really good. So that's my recommendation.
And Loki, she's like one of the more beautiful girls I've ever seen in my entire
also,
life.
yeah, she's good to look at. So, if you don't care about,
I'm not objectifying her.
I'm talking about the bunny. I'm talking about the bunny.
I mean that sincerely.
It's an aside. It's an aside from the fact that
I'm talking about the bunny. I don't know what
she's extremely talented. So.
Yeah, the bunny.
Called it. Braxton's a furry. I knew it.
Oh, they're having the furry conference here in a couple weeks, Braxton, if you want to come through.
Definitely don't do that, because the last time I heard about a furry conference, someone put poison gas in the vents and tried to kill everyone.
That was an episode of CSI. It was not, but there was a furry CSI episode. I digress. That was my recommendation.
With my recommendation, I have another video by Super Eye Patch Wolf, who continues to be a bright spot on YouTube's radar because of his passion and his work on his videos. This video is
you
about...
getting fucking sponsored by him? What's going on?
I actually sponsor him. I am an avid supporter on his Patreon. This video discusses the mediocrity of Final Fantasy 15. I haven't played it myself, but I have played Final Fantasies in the past. Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 12, and a little bit of all those little bits. I've never finished a Final Fantasy. Those are long ass games, man. 15, he discusses where it went wrong, specifically in the change in directors, because the original director for it had very high ambitions for the series, or for this game, but then he got moved to Kingdom Hearts 3, and how that tonal shift just made it was the turning point where everything went wrong, to where you didn't have context on the characters in that game unless you watched the YouTube animes, and that's one of the background videos you can catch it on, and then also Final Fantasy 15 movie, to where one of the big events happens in it, and it just goes into how you shouldn't have to rely on other mediums to get fully immersed in how the story is told, what the characters' backgrounds are and whatnot. And that even goes down to the DLC that they released for Final Fantasy 15, how each character has their own DLC backstory, and it wasn't included in the game. And it, like, microtransaction rant aside, it just felt like a completely separated game, very disjointed, and it has filled my need to know what goes on in that story. So I'll be skipping out on Final Fantasy 15. Great watch, long watch, get some popcorn, give it a go.
Honestly, Final Fantasy 15, with all the DLC on it now, I mean, if you get it at a reduced price, it's probably worth it now.
He goes into that. He's gone into different versions of it, and it still doesn't really... It's not a cohesive storyline because of what you need to know from the anime and the movie. So give it a watch. Matt, do you have any recommendations, or is just the empty recommendation episode?
No, got a recommendation, brother. Reyka. That shit got me lit.
That's the tagline.
Find it at your local alcohol store. Hell yeah. Stupid phone. Reyka. That's my roommate. Ray.
Thanks again, everyone, for joining us on a very long overdue episode of the Neat Boys Podcast. You can hit us up at our Gmail, neatboyspodcast@gmail.com. You can listen to us on YouTube, on Soundcloud, and on iTunes at the Neat Boys Podcast. Working on a Spotify channel.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for accompanying me, my co-host, Matt. You got any words?
Hell yeah, brother.
And
truck yeah, brother.
And Braxton.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. You don't like America, you can get out.
MAGA.
And me, your host, Rob. We need a new president, please.
Kanye 2020.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Take it easy, everyone.